Welcome back to another episode of RAWTALK.
Doing a pod, baby. Run this bitch up with the one and only. By the way, I'm not a drug dealer. He is.
How are you doing? You sir?
You guys keep these out here in the warm, huh? Way behind. What's good with this shirt? Like, is this like a one-on-one?
No, we're gonna drop these.
No one's bought. Why would anybody buy that?
Yeah, it's comedy. I actually posted it. Everyone's like, I want one.
Really?
Yeah. I also have one that says Nelk owes me money because of all the shirts money that they made.
Is this old as fuck?
No.
Did Lana hit this?
I think so. Shout out Full Send Podcast, by the way, just because he's on it all the time.
Shout out Stevewilldoit LLC, Stevewilldoit's channel, Stevewilldoit 2, Stevewilldoit Gambling, Happy Dad, Full Send Podcast.
How long do you think the pod will be like?
Show love, show love. I love them all. I love them all.
I love you, John. Love you, Sam. Love you, Go. Salim, Steve, Matt Ellis, Alex D. Tomaso is the fucking Go editor on YouTube. At me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all you editors.
The best editor.
Alex D. Tomaso.
Jacob is
all of Stevewilldoit's videos. That guy's a fucking magician, bro. Straight up. The best. So.
Shit is expensive.
So fucking smooth though. Holy
Yeah, so
shit.
Just like in the background.
Listen to what?
Little baby in a minute.
In a minute.
Fuck, bro.
What's your anthem? I feel like every time I'm around you, you slap some kind of like
Strong
gangster
supporter of 42 Doug, Lil Baby, Duh Baby. I like all that shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why is that like your go-to? Why is it not like, I don't know, like house
What's
music?
your go-to?
I don't know. Sometimes I like some revolution.
I used to love EDM and house music, and I just stopped liking it when I like turned like 23, 24. Just like I just started listening to only rap music.
You got out of the Molly and then ecstasy. You were like, fuck that. I'm done with that house shit.
Not quite, but like
okay.
But like the time I will listen to like Jewel, you know who Jewel is? Or like Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
Or like Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
The night after I do all the Molly or drink and you're hungover depressed, like then I go to like the soft 80s.
Okay.
Like, is it really worth living?
Yeah, because you're so stupid. Because I spent enough time around you and Steve. Whenever Steve gets into his modes where he'll play like old music, you always want to put like 42 Doug on or like Maybach or something.
Like what old music does he really put on?
Like
he puts on Nickelback, which is like 90s, but like I'll listen to the Stones. Like I'll listen to the Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones. I'll listen to that. Maybe like the Police, but he doesn't listen to shit like that.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes he does.
Maybe like the Eagles or some shit.
I feel
when
like
he's in like the Corvette.
I feel like 99% of the time though you're just like on some like gangster rap shit.
I've always been
A gangster rapper?
No. I've always wanted to be a gangster rapper.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's
tell you right now, when I was like 12 or 13, I remember when I was a kid, I went into my parents' room. They had a TV in their room, and MTV used to play music videos. So this was maybe I was even younger, bro. But have you ever seen or heard by Pimp C Pimpin' All Over the World?
Of course.
That music video was playing, and it's literally just dudes with like different chicks in every area code of the world.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And cool whips. And then Rick Ross came out with like Hustlin' and all that, and I started getting on YouTube and watching like Allen Iverson highlights and basketball highlights. And
then you thought you were going to be an NBA or something?
Bro. No, I had a mini hoop and would just play Hustlin' by Rick Ross and dunk on my mini hoop when I was like
damn, so you were super street at the age of like 12.
I wasn't at all, but I wanted to be. Yes. Yeah. I wanted to be. Yes. This was like a life I wanted. I just thought it was cool, dude, because it's like you have girls, money, and I guess fame. It's like dope as fuck.
So let's paint the whole picture. Let's paint the whole picture though. Where were you in this? Like how old were you? 12 years old. And where did you live?
So I grew up. I was born and raised in Denver, Colorado.
So you were doing this in Denver, Colorado?
Yeah, in Denver, Colorado.
Like by yourself in front of your house?
What do you have in your hand there, Brad?
I'll have some skincare stuff right here.
Yeah, girls
And-
like nice skin for sure.
Well, apparently this company, Tiege Hanley, makes it real simple to have nice skin. I am actually kind of new to this thing.
Yeah, you need to take care of your skin. It's
I'm
very
not gonna
important.
lie. I'm new to the skincare routine. I'm new to the skincare game, but I mean, I will say this. This does look very simple to use. I know it's like step by step. They even got like a nice little towel. This is a nice little addition. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
you need a face.
Does this
cloth.
come with every time that I order it? Probably not, huh?
I don't
can't
know.
make
I would
those
hope
kind of
so,
claims.
but like you need a specific cloth for your face. You don't use the one you use for your body for your face because it's damaging to your skin. So
Oh, because I use the same.
that's kind of gross. Brad.
Anyways, shout out to Tiege Hanley Skincare directly for men. Obviously, like, you know, maybe not the most common thing you and your boys talk about, but like it's important. Like she said, women like nice skin. And I'm not gonna lie, as I'm getting older, I'm like, yo, what do I do to preserve my skin? In skincare, I know it's very important, especially like this. They have this AM thing, which looks like it's for SPF. Like it has a sunscreen in it, which I know for sure something that ages you faster than anything is like kind of like in wrinkles and stuff in your eyes is like around here is the sun. And if you're a gym bro, such as myself, then you know how important the sun is because you also need a tan. So you look fucking juicy.
And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's episode, they're offering a great deal. Just go to tiege.com/rawtalk. Get 30% off your first box plus a free gift.
Did I get all this?
Free gift. I don't know if that's
this
a
the
gift,
gift?
but maybe that towel's a part of it.
Well, listen, I'm telling you, if the towel's a part of it, I'm impressed because this towel, this is a nice towel.
Yeah.
This is a solid towel right here. This is a face towel right here. This is a new thing I'm learning. Girls are telling me, I'm not kidding. Girls are telling me in my life, like, yo, you got to be, you know what's another thing I learned about your face? I'm going to tell you, no, this is genuine shit right here. Listen, nothing I learned about your face. Shout out Tiege Hanley. By the way, check out their website. Is that when you rub your face, and I swear, this is like actually crazy. I just have to tell you this. When you rub your face and you're showering, you rub your face, I notice this personally. The harder I am on my face, the more I have like bags under my eyes. So if I like, I learned that like these fingers right here, this one and this one are like the softest fingers. So this is a true story. And so when I rub my face on, I always rub like this. Sounds super lame. Make fun of me. I don't give a fuck. Okay. But I do this and I'm telling you, it's been like 3 months. My face looks nicer.
Yeah.
People are like, yo, you look
ring
younger.
Finger and your pinky.
So in combination with the soft finger pinky, these two things together, these appendages right here, the combination with this and Tiege Hanley, it's boom, you're in there. It's done.
Yeah.
It's golden.
So
use the link.
It is tiege.com/rawtalk.
Boom.
And get that amazing deal and that free gift.
#1 podcast in the world. Back to our guest. Let's go.
No, my brother, I actually have a twin bro.
Okay.
Eric, you met him maybe.
Yeah.
He used to like laugh at me, like watching me, like he would watch
He wasn't
me.
with that shit.
He was, but he was just like, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing? Because like in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm Iverson right now. And I'm like 13, dunking on like a mini hoop.
Like Iverson with the braids, Iverson?
No, like White Iverson with a headband,
Yeah.
fucking slash. This kid's such a pussy.
Did that sustain? Like, were you always looking like at, I don't know, I guess in your life growing up, were you always looking outwards at other things, like what you could be or what you thought you could want it to be? Like,
Yeah, I've always been, my whole life, I was always like very outspoken and like comfortable around people. I don't really know how to explain that, but like anytime I could walk into a room, I could be like friendly with somebody and like become friends with everybody.
even when you were younger?
Even when I was younger, when I was in 6th and 7th grade, I was doing acting classes.
What the fuck? You thought you were going to be an actor back then, or your
I
parents thought you?
I did. Well, I liked doing it. And my mom was like, well, let's try it. And I've never told anybody this really. Like, I've told a couple of my close friends, but when I was like 12 and 13, they thought that, I got headshots, and my mom was super supportive of me. My dad could give 2 fucks.
He was like, what are you doing?
He's like, what the fuck? This is going to last like a week or 2.
Yeah.
And I started flying to LA and doing,
From Colorado.
and doing auditions.
For what kind of roles?
For movies. I auditioned for Bad News Bears, the second one with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, shit.
For Tanner. He was like the shortstop, the punk kid, which I think I fit the role, but I didn't really look like the kid they wanted.
Yeah.
And then I did audition for Meet the Fockers with Ben Stiller.
Oh, my God. A classic.
And I got a call back for that. Probably would have changed my life. And they just took out the scene completely.
Oh, so you shot the scene?
No, I like went in and like.
Oh, and they're like, we don't want this
We didn't
anymore.
shoot the scene, but we like in the audition, like we pretty much, I was in the hospital bed, like just that's how they wanted me to do the audition. They had me read like 3 or 4 different styles.
Oh, and then what they said, we didn't want to use the scene anyway.
They just cut the scene, so it was like no one got it. So then that shit happens. But
did you actually get any roles ever?
I didn't. We only did like 2 or 3, and then I got offered to do some like horror film. My mom was like, "This is just like one of those crazy horror films that like would be on Netflix now. That's dog shit, but like would never make it to like a real studio back then." But it just got like that shit's expensive, and it's like so time consuming, and
trying to act,
just like not being in LA trying to do it.
Right.
So we just kind of like gave it up, and then I think
But that was the first thing you think in your entire life that you were like, you're passionate about.
It just like felt normal to me, bro. Like
what felt normal? Being an actor?
Just like I like doing that shit. Like I like in school when I was growing up, like bro, I was a complete shithead. Like complete shithead. In every
what
class.
sense? Like you talk shit to kids?
No, like I would fuck around, class clown, like teachers would get pissed at me, but like I would make them laugh a little bit.
That
sometimes.
was me too.
Yeah. And you know, my dad always wanted me to be like, he was like that hard ass, like expectations were like a 4.0, like.
Your dad's a lawyer now, right?
Yeah, he's a successful lawyer.
So that kind of makes sense where he came from, what he thought you should be doing.
So it's where he came from is even crazier though, because I'm Jewish. Yeah. My dad's Jewish. My dad's grandma, we say in like Yiddish, it's Bubby and Zaidi. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
But my Bubby and Zaidi were survivors of the Holocaust, so they survived Auschwitz. And this is crazy.
Wait, that's two lines down?
So my dad's parents.
Okay.
So they moved to New York and then didn't speak any English, then moved to Denver. And so my dad, like, pretty much fucking hustled his way. Like, knowing no English, went to school, went to law school, paid for all his shit, and then became a successful lawyer. But I just remember, like, when I was a kid and I would go over to I never met my grandpa, but I met my grandma. And, like, she had her tattoo right here that she got from the Nazis.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like, she was in the camp. She was in the gas chamber.
How'd she get out?
They didn't. I can't remember, and I wish I did. I got to ask my mom or dad, but something happened where the chamber didn't work that day that she was in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so she survived, and then
this is before after she had your dad.
Bro, way before.
Way before. Oh, so
she was 7 years old.
So low key, like you would not be here right now.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, no.
Damn.
And then so she was 7, and then she survived, and then came here. The Americans saved her a few days later. She moved to New York, met her husband, came here. Then my dad grew up in Denver, Colorado. Went to school, then went to law school in at CU Boulder, where I went to school. And like that was pretty much what I was gonna do. Like after high school, I went to CU for undergrad history, same path that he was on.
So you were gonna be a lawyer?
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to be?
No, fuck no.
Did you? I mean, obviously your dad being a successful lawyer and coming from like a background like that. Did you think like you were gonna?
It was like whack because something that I noticed too is like my dad was so focused on his career. So like he had high expectations of me, but he wasn't really there like being like pushing me to do shit. It was like, yo, I think it was like his style. Like he came here, his parents didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? Because they don't speak any English. They're from Germany, not knowing anything. And so he treated me the way that they treated him, which was like, dude, you're fucking 12 years old. I don't care. You figure your shit out on your own, you know? So he didn't really support me. He did support me, but he didn't really like push me or like, it was basically like, yo, dude, you just got to figure it out. Good luck.
Yeah.
And so like my family, like I lived comfortably, but I didn't have everything. But when I was in high school, I started working as a waiter and a busser. And I had a job since I was like 16.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was just some like, that was the one thing, bro, that always bothered me and I never wanted to be looked at as like as some kid that lived off their parents type shit.
Yeah. Why do you think that bothered you though? I mean, it's like.
Because being self-made is like the dopest thing in the world. It really is, in my opinion. Like if you can fucking go and you have your one opportunity to do something really special and it's my one opportunity and I just live it like that, like live the easy bullshit life.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying my parents would never allow that, but there are people out there that do that I know that do that.
That just take it easy because it's
just
more
like their parents
comfortable?
are successful and they're rich and like they don't have to do much. And
Yeah.
like they're just like, yo, like I can like do little business deals here or there with my dad or whatever.
To get by.
And I can get by and then whatever. They inherit money, some shit like that. But I fucking hated that.
Well, where do you think you learned that from? From your father? Like,
Yeah,
what
from my
you
dad,
saw?
bro. Like he came from like literally his parents fucking straight to New York, straight to Colorado. Didn't know shit, bro. Working, bullshit jobs, made no money, didn't speak English. And then my dad like is a crazy success story.
You know what I find interesting is that you you said moments ago about like your father and him being so active in his work and his job that he wasn't active in your life to push you.
Yeah.
But regardless of him being there to actively push you or not, him doing what he was doing in and of itself
Yeah.
is the
Benefited
thing
me.
that actually benefited you and motivated you.
Yeah. It was like
That's a beautiful thing.
it was like a tough love thing, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just like this, and he didn't know, like, he was like, this is how it was for me, so this is how it's going to be for you.
Yeah.
So, like, I would do something really great, and I'd be like, yo, Dad, like, check this out. Like, the first time I got, like, a 3.5, and he was like, yo, I'm not impressed type thing. Like,
Yeah.
just like, that's great. And then just move on. And so, like, it made me feel like I was, like, never good enough.
Yeah.
So it put a lot of pressure on me, like, fuck, I really got to go do something and be successful. And I was, like, 17 or 18, about to graduate high school in Colorado, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just, do what he did. And, like, that's something that he would respect, is, like, going and working as a lawyer, because that's what he does. So how could he not respect me for that?
Yeah.
And then I got to college, turned like 18, 19 years, fucking raged. Like,
let me ask you a question. And this is so funny because it's going to start becoming a thing on the podcast because I see people commenting like, Bradley, let me ask you a question, Martin.
Sure.
He's like, because that's why you're on the podcast, supposed to ask a question.
But why don't you just ask it? Why do you have to ask a
I think
question?
because I wanted to figure out a way to change the subject in a sense so it didn't keep going down like you were talking about partying, because I wanted to bring it back to what we were originally talking about. That's kind of why I come at it that way. But anyways, the point is this. What's interesting to me is like I grew up without a father, and I had the similar ideas of like, oh man, I'm not good enough, and I'm going to prove to my father that I'm good enough, even though he wasn't there. It was like almost a proof in and of itself that I wanted to be like, I'm worthy, I'm great, I can be great. So this person left me, and it's their fault, not mine in a sense. But the point is this: you tend to, it seemed like you kind of got that from the same kind of circumstance, but your father being there. So my question to you is, what do you think separates people? And I have a thought on this, but I want you to answer it first. Separates people who, go through like a loss of a father or have that sort of relationship with their father or whatever, and are able to turn like a negative, like a perceived negative at a young age into like a very big positive to a benefit at an older age now. Because obviously what you're doing in life and your trajectory and where you can go and what you can do is much, much greater than it was, years and years ago, right? As you assume. So what do you think makes people actually take what they're given that sometimes can be perceived as shit and turn it into something positive? Like, what do you think is like, how do you do that? How did you do that? Because a lot of people, those things happen to them and they go, why me? And they just keep going further and further down and like, I don't deserve this and I'm worthy. And they don't do anything to like bring themselves up with it. Like they let themselves go down. What do you think?
I think, well, that's also a self-esteem issue. But I think the one thing that people get so twisted is like, if you come from a comfortable background, or if your family's wealthy, if your family's not wealthy, or if you're middle class, everybody has struggles. They're just different. Like just because like, let's say like Bill Gates' kids might have all the money in the world, but they have no love. And so they're struggling with that. They don't feel accepted by, maybe it's their family or whoever doesn't love them.
Or maybe even a sense of like like comparing accomplishments. Cause like, how do you get to that level that is so massive on a scale of success that, you might be a kid and be like, fuck, what am I going to, like, how could I even make my father feel proud in a sense?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own struggles. And it just kind of depends on your situation. But what were you asking me?
So I'm trying to get you to, I want your personal opinion on what makes, like, what is different in the person that is able to go like, to take themselves upwards instead of let themselves spiral downwards. Like, what do you think? Let's just answer for you, right?
Yeah,
Don't worry
that's
about what it
tough,
takes.
man.
As you, what do you think it was about you, or like what mentally in your mind was like when you switch and you're like, no, I'm going to do this for me, and not let it take you down. Be like, I'm going to let this take me up.
Yeah, that's deep as fuck.
No, I'm just curious. I'm super curious.
Dude, being a failure in my mind, or being someone who was not even like just a failure, but just like it was tough when I was growing up. Like it was tough for me because I would go places in public, and Colorado, Denver's like a small place. Like it's really not that big.
Yeah.
And so when we go and meet people, you know, like my dad, like
Throw me that lighter, by the way.
yeah.
Sorry, I know I interrupted. Okay. So you went to meet people.
People will know my dad because he's a criminal defense attorney. So like he's
Like everyone in that town.
a lot of people.
Okay.
Because he's had some crazy cases. You know what I mean? And so
Shout out PrizePicks. Honestly, my favorite way to watch sporting events is to have a little bit of skin in the game. Obviously, like I don't say, and I wouldn't recommend you like bet every time there's a fight because you could lose a lot of money. But like sometimes I'll even put like fucking small amounts in and just it's like more of a rush. So right now today, if you guys use promo code Brad on PrizePicks, you guys will get basically like double. You'll match whatever you put in. So up to $100. So if you put in $100, they'll give you $100 on top of that bet. I mean, you can get up to a free $100 when you make your first bet. Use promo code Brad. Why would you not want to do it? My favorite thing to bet on, I'm not going to lie, it's the UFC. I have so much fun watching it. It's even more fun when you have like a bet. Specifically, normally, like I like to bet actually against my boys, like because I like to, if I win and they lose, I just feel cool, you know. I feel better. It's like a competition, you know.
Well,
like
you feel better because you win and your friends lose.
No, but like if we're betting, we're like, yo, I think he's a great fighter, he's gonna win. I think he's a great fighter, he's gonna win. Then I'm like, all right, I want my guy to win.
You're
I'm
just
competitive.
competitive.
I'm just competitive. Obviously, I don't want my friend to lose money, but like, I want to beat him in that bet.
Okay.
So normally, I'll make like just bets, but this is a way for you guys to make a bet with like the world essentially, and it's super simple to use, super easy to use. I'm out of here.
Back to the pod.
Back to the fucking pod, baby. Back to the pod.
I would meet people and they would introduce me, and then it was just like the expectations that people were giving me were like, you're gonna be some shit someday, or you're gonna follow in your father's footsteps. And I'm the oldest child, so I think that's probably why. And it was just it happened so much where it was just like so many other people had such high expectations on me that I just felt so much pressure my whole life. And my dad kind of shrugged it off too, like, yeah, this is that expectation. Like, I expect this from you. And so it was just a lot of pressure. And I think that the way that you got to handle it is like, I didn't necessarily like the pressure, but I believed in myself. I think everybody should believe in yourself. And
hold on, now. See, this is why, like, you're right. What made you believe in yourself, though? Because, like, that's the thing I want to understand, because it's very easy to get caught up in all the other shit and not believe in yourself. Like, why do you think you, Aaron Steinberg, decided to be like, nah, fuck that, I'm going to do this? Maybe you don't know exactly the thing, but, like, was there any
The reason
moment?
why is because, bro, I never quit at anything I do.
But you know that now.
No, I knew that when I was young.
Okay, how did you know that? Like, just...
Because I I think it's even just me, like, I've been looked at as, like, an underdog my whole life, bro. Like, I'm not as smart as my dad. I'm not as big as my brother. I'm not as good looking. You know, my sister's got all the good looks. So, like, there was all of that, like, yo, you're the pile of shit type thing. And I was like, yo, fuck you. I'll prove you wrong right now. See, this
is the magic.
Yeah. And
that's
so,
the magic.
And so I just always had that mentality, like, all of you in this room could doubt me, but I'm not going to let you doubt me. And when I prove you wrong, I'm going to say, fuck you.
So a big part of it was proving people wrong, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And it was also a big part of it too was like even girls, bro, like in high school that I really liked that would like me, and like you get faded and you're like, why am I not good enough? And then that's a smaller part, but it's a combo of that and just everybody doubting you. And my friends that in high school, they doubted me, bro. Like they were my friends, but they didn't think I was going to do anything.
Yeah. I feel like most fucking kids in high school, I can relate to my high school.
High school's by the way, high school's a fucking hard time.
It's so hard. And this is what I was going to say is like, it's like, I would say most people in high school, especially in that relationship with guys and your friends, like most kids doubt you. Not like they do it maliciously with like, yo, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, Steiny. Like there might be some shitty kids like that or said that shit to me or whatever, but it's just like, I think kids are so unaware of like their actual direction in which like they really want to go in their life. Cause that's such a defining time in your life where you're like, am I going to be good at sports? Am I going to be good at school? Like, what am I going to be good at? That like, it's easy for those kids to be in that position and like attack other kids cause they're unsure and uncertain of themselves. And like, I think it's just important to say that, you know, if some kids are in high school or to give you perspective on like your younger self. it was easy, and I remember this. It was so easy to be caught up in what someone else thought about me.
Yeah.
And it would fuck you up to the degree where like you think about it all the time, and it would affect like your actual outcome of where you could not necessarily, you wouldn't never go there in your life, but it can fuck you up in a sense of like kind of keep you off track a little bit.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say like to the people listening, like, you know, maybe if you got off track and that's like in your past, or if you're going through high school now or whatever, like understand that like you're in control of this shit, not all these other people. And it just needs to be said, because I think a lot of people, it's much, much easier, especially when you're younger, to just let people, whether it be like a father figure, father in your life, or some kids at school who are cool or whatever the fuck, are like talking shit, and they kind of like push you in directions that you maybe never necessarily want to go in.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like,
yeah, bro. I started smoking weed when I was like 15.
Yeah.
And not because I wanted to, but because of like, I feel like I needed to be accepted by like the cooler kids, which the cooler kids in high school that I went to, being Colorado, it's such a big like weed state. Like they started smoking weed in at 14, freshman year.
Yeah.
And I held off freshman year and just tried my best. And then sophomore year, I just gave in and started smoking weed. Like, and then it just turned into like smoking weed a lot. And then it started, you know, partying. And it's just, dude, one thing too that I want to say, like, and I don't think we really have that many high schoolers. Maybe we do that listen to the show or like that follow, but bro, those are 4 years of your life that will never fucking matter once you're out of there. Once you're out of high school, those 4 years don't fucking matter. All that matters is where you want to go after high school. Yeah. So, like, so people know, because I had struggles with that too, where I didn't feel accepted and I had to do shit that I wasn't comfortable with. That dude, fuck that. It does not matter. There's people now that I look back at too, that I used to be friends with, that are still stuck in high school. They're 27, 28.
Like, you know, still stuck in like trying
29,
to live that,
30, fucking 35. They're still hanging out with the same people. And it's not like, I'm sitting there like, dude, the world has fucking a lot in it, and you're just going to do the same shit you've been doing for the past 14, 15 years. Like, there's way more to life than just that. So if like you ever have problems with that, just know that shit's going to change if you want it to.
And also, like, if you've had problems with that, I think sometimes this is me being therapist Brad, which I don't know why I'm doing it, but if you also had problems with that in your past, like maybe revisit it at your older self and be like how dumb was all that shit really? Because that's the thing with the whole high school time. And I mean, shit, I would say at any time in your life in which like you allow someone to dictate the direction of which you move, like on a disgenuine path of where you actually want to be, and you always feel in your heart, you're like, oh shit, this is uncomfortable, I shouldn't be here. And then you know someone comes and they push you in this direction, and you're like, you start to go because maybe that person feels comfortable to you, or you feel like that person is like, you know, special or whatever, and you kind of go in a direction and like your heart's just like, this feels weird. Fucking listen to that.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Every time in my life I can look back at all the biggest mistakes that I ever made, in my heart I knew it before I ever did it, and I just didn't fucking listen to it. And I look back and I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I learned that. So whether you're in high school, not in high school, doesn't matter. This concept is still very, very relevant, and I just think it's bigger than that. So you said something to me about like, you know, obviously doing what you actually want to do. What do you like? What do you enjoy the most doing now in your life? And how do you think it relates to your childhood? Because you seem
there was a lot that happened. You want to skip all that? Or you
no. I'm going back to it. Back to it. So because my question is like, you seem to have like a very, you know, a very like not micromanaged, but a lot of pressure on how you needed to perform or how you needed to be or where you needed to go at what speed in your life. Because what I know of you as a person now, it's interesting because like you're so much like nonstop, got to get this, got to do that, on the phone, doing this, doing that. You're like a nonstop, like go get type personality. And obviously it's gotten you great success, and you know, you have a lot of things because of it, but
for sure.
Yeah. When did that start to really develop in your life?
Yeah. So, well, where it really started is I went to CU Boulder, which is like 40 minutes north of where I grew up. Okay. Massive party school. So fucking lit, honestly. I went there, like, fucked around for freshman and sophomore year. Didn't do well in school. Partied a lot. No, I mean, I was in a frat, so, like, so and I hated that, bro.
I don't know.
Did the frat thing for, like, 3-4 months.
You're not answering my question. Did you get any girls?
Yeah.
Like 2?
No, like, more than 2.
Like 3?
Like, more than, probably, in my college career, probably, like, 30, 20,
really?
30.
Don't cap, because we know you can. Everyone caps a little. It's like they added 4 more.
Just because I'm not a fucking big ass.
Dude, I think you pull.
I just have like I got a good personality. I think that helps.
I agree.
You got a great. You're hurting my self confidence right now.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, we'll skip that. Go ahead.
Okay, but so after my sophomore year, it's really weird, bro. But like, something just clicked, and I'm going into my senior year, and I'm like, dude, you've got 2 years left of college, and then you have your whole life. And I fucking started panicking, bro. Like fucking panicking. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Oh.
And I started freaking the fuck out, and I went to Cabo my junior year for spring break.
Yeah.
And I came home, lost my phone, lost my wallet.
So this is what, like 23?
I was like 21.
21. Look, I'm bad with that.
I
dropped out of college.
No, maybe I was 21. But I lost all my shit and had no money. And I went home and I was like, yo, Dad, I'm fucking broke. I don't have a phone and I don't have my wallet.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what? You were fucking drunk partying in Cabo and you lost your shit? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, I'm not fucking paying for it. And I was like, okay. And he's like, hey, I am going to my friend's house tonight. He's having this little party. You should come.
Your dad said this to you?
Yeah. He's like, you can come if you want, like whatever.
Okay.
And so I went to it, and there's like a poker game going on. And so there's like these 8 guys playing poker at this table. And I grew up playing cards, gambling. Like since I was probably like 12, I learned how to play blackjack, Omaha high-low, pineapple, no limit hold'em.
Yeah.
Like I just loved cards, like whether it was gin, rummy, spades, like everything. And so I immediately was like, what the fuck's going on over there? Yeah. So I went and looked over at the table, and I noticed that these guys were like hosting like a super unorganized game.
Yeah.
And it was moving so slow, bro. Like you would see like 1 or 2 hands like every fucking 5 minutes. So much talking, so much bullshit, passing the deck around. And I was like, yo, what's going on? And started talking to these guys. And I was like, yo, let me just sit down here and deal this. And I'm going to make this shit go way fucking faster.
But what made you think that you just had the place to do that? Because you had never been in that situation
Because I didn't give a fuck at that point.
Because you didn't know what you were going to do with your life? Like
I didn't know because I'd lost my phone, needed money, and I knew how to hustle.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Like, if you guys want to take care of me, like, I'm just going to, you guys are playing, big money.
Got
like,
it.
I'll just deal this and we'll make it go way faster.
This sounds like a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the movie.
I mean, I think it was in a movie.
No, I'm not fucking that guy quoting the movie, but...
Okay. I'm fucking with you. Come on.
You got to take some shit off that. It's some real shit.
What's that movie, happened. 21?
No, it's Molly's Game, bro.
Molly's Game. That's right. That's right. There we go.
And hers was way different than mine.
Yeah, similar. But keep going.
So then I sat down, and they were like down. They were about it. And I fucking sat there until 3 or 4 a.m. that night. Everybody else had left. A lot.
Yeah.
Enough where I was like, holy shit. Like, this could really happen. Went and got a brand new iPhone the next day.
Let's go. What iPhone was it? Like,
fuck, bro. Probably like the 4 or 5.
Oh my god, those days.
Maybe it was the 6. I don't know, bro.
Those days, bro.
I remember I bought it, and
you're like, I'm the man right now. You felt like a gangster rapper.
And I had a wad of cash on me, and I was like, fuck, this is real. What's going on?
Yo, that's lit.
And I got a text the following day, from the guy who, I guess it was like his place, and like he was in the game.
Yeah, this story's good, dude.
And he was like, hey, you did a good job last night. We'll see you back here next Thursday. And so I go back up to school.
Molly's Game.
And I go back up to school, and I'm like going to class, and like I have a little wad on me. And
you said a wad?
Yeah, and I didn't tell my friends or anything because I didn't want anybody to know what was good.
Yeah.
Just because it was like I know like when to stay quiet and when I felt like something could be turned into something bigger. So I didn't want to blow anything.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so
you don't want to let them know how much money you were making. You
I didn't want anybody to know anything. What I was doing, like, you know, and
but that whole thing's illegal, right? That underground shit.
No, it's legal.
That's legal?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
The only way it's illegal is if you do what she did and you take a rake, which did not happen at the game.
Okay.
So when you take money out of the pot, like in the house gets that money, then it's illegal. I didn't do that.
I got you, Feds.
Yeah.
I was talking to the Fed. They were asking me. They wanted me to ask you that question.
Okay. And so I go back up to school, and then next Thursday I go back to that house, and I meet everybody. I'm a fucking social person. So I started networking, and I'm like,
hold on a second. Where did you develop those social skills? Just in high school?
Just in high school, really in high school, because, you know, like I had insecurities and stuff. And even just like growing up, I had insecurities. So I always had to be like the funny guy. And so it helped people like me. And I became like a class clown, or I was funny and shit.
That's right. You said this earlier, because it was like you didn't have like you weren't the tallest or whatever bullshit. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, shit like that.
Like the most handsome, or
not
like
the most handsome, like the smaller guy, like the
pudgy,
underdog shit.
Kinda,
kind of pudgy, not in the gym.
Yeah, Dan, just like kind of just getting by, dude. Rough. sorry,
definitely. You're not picking me out and being like, yo, that kid's a cool kid here,
right?
For sure.
So you
not
developed
happening.
all this other shit. So okay. Anyways, I'll bring it back. This is second time coming back.
Second time coming back, and I come back and I just showed up like 30 minutes early, ready to go. It's like 6 p.m. I've got class the next day. And I just fucking met everybody and was like, all right, let's run this. And so I did it again, made money again, and then created a group text and was like, what time next week? And kind of wanted to take over on like just putting it together. And I was like, basically the guy whose house it was, he's a rich guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you don't even worry about having to set this up. Like, I'm going to set it up for you type thing. Like, don't worry, when you come here, there'll be food here. I'll have it catered. And, you know, you'll just come in and I'll have the game set up.
I swear to God, you're pitching a movie right now.
I'm not,
this
bro.
Is a movie.
I did this shit probably about the same. No, she probably did it before me. But just so the audience knows, like, cash games, poker games, like, they're fucking common, bro. They happen everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I think what they did with that movie with Molly's game is they put it on a pedestal, like she was some like type of Elon Musk in the poker world.
Yeah.
Like she did it to a different scale and definitely accomplished something that was pretty crazy, but that shit happens everywhere.
Sounds like she was jacking your swag.
I would say that if she was here, I would probably tell her that.
Fucking with you.
But so anyway, it happens 2 or 3 more times. I get the group text going. People start to hear about it. I start putting it on twice a week. At the person's place, and
this year's still in your early 20s.
This is when I'm in college.
Yeah.
So I would my homies would be like, yo, we're going out tonight. I'd be like, yo, I can't. I gotta go do this shit, or like I gotta go study.
At what point did you tell people you were doing that?
I told my inner close friends.
Okay.
Like just my inner close friends, probably like, you know, not just like 10 to 15 games in.
Yeah.
And then it just took over so much time, bro, because you're starting at 7 a.m. going until 3 or 4 a.m. So I would show up at the place at 5 a.m. and like sometimes 8 a.m. and I would go straight to a test and just bomb a test, like eyes bloodshot.
Did you do good?
No,
or like
fuck no.
I actually bombed it.
Bombed.
Yeah, okay.
Like
Why did you
like,
just drop out?
Because I didn't want to drop out, and I knew that this shit wasn't gonna last forever. In the back of my head, I knew that this was not gonna last forever.
Yeah.
You're just like, what am I gonna do? Do this shit forever? No fucking chance. It's never gonna happen. And it ended up eventually, and by this time, it's a little longer. Probably, you know, like I'm probably 21, 22 at this point. Okay. And it got so big and so much, like, people started to hear about it that guys from Hollywood were coming in and they were flying into Colorado to play. Or, like, this guy would have, like, a show or a concert in the Pepsi Center in Denver, and then he would play. So then I'm like, fuck, I can make some real connections here.
Yeah.
And so I just met as many people as I could and grew, like, my own little network. And became good friends with the right people.
Yeah, a few of your close friends knew.
So a few of my close friends know this at this point. But like I was saying, like people from Hollywood started to come in. You had such a variety of different people in there.
Can you name anyone?
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
Big enough names where you would know them. And not personally. Cause
You gonna tell me off camera?
Sure.
Okay, not a rat. Perfect. Confirmed.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. The best thing that I ever got from that game was street knowledge that I learned more from sitting at that table than I ever learned in college. I ever learned in high school. See you, Boulder. Had a great time at your school. You rejected me from law school. Fuck you. Fuck you. That was my dream to go there. And you rejected me, and now I'm saying fuck you. Was going to go somewhere else, but I'm not even going to say anything about them because I didn't go there.
Is it some other shitty school in the area or something?
Huh?
Something a different shitty school, like a shittier school?
No, but CU Boulder, like that's a good law school.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
But they rejected me. So anyway, I learned so much about like business.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys in there were businessmen, right?
Yeah.
They owned some of them owned restaurants, bars. People owned real estate, did real estate jobs. There were VCs that played, venture capitalists that played.
Yeah.
So I would just sit there for fucking hours and listen to them talk business and talk other shit. And I just learned so much street knowledge that I didn't even need an education at that point. That was the biggest thing I got. And I got like a free education out of that I never learned in school. That was the dopest fucking part. But with all that, I also saw people disappear. Like they never came back again, lost a lot, never came back again. I saw divorces happen.
How many years was this? Or how many years were you doing this for?
It wasn't a long time, like 1 year.
Damn, divorces that fast, goddamn.
But because like when
you lose all your
guy
money.
loses all your money, you get to support your family, you're gone, bro.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad, but like that, my role to be here, yo, you shouldn't be here type thing. That wasn't for me to say. That wasn't my place.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of real shit too happen because of that. But yeah, man, it was just crazy. It was a crazy time, but I knew it wasn't gonna last forever. And I remember there was one night, and this we might have to take out, but I go to the game like any other night, just any other night. No one big is there. The normal crew, which is what was so fucking weird to me. And prior, the game before this is probably why. The game before this, we had someone from Hollywood come out that lost a lot of money. So the following week, we have the normal crew, normal game, and this guy just like, you know what going on tilt means?
You started to lose it? Yeah.
It's like you get like a bad beat. So let's say like he has pocket aces versus pocket kings. So I have aces, which is the best hand. You have the second best hand, kings. I should win at 9 out of 10, and you win. You get a third king somewhere on the board, and you win.
Yeah.
And so I lose that hand, and I'm on tilt because I'm supposed to win that, and I just lost some money. So this guy goes on absolute tilt and loses like a lot of money, like a nice house,
like a house like this
in LA, like a nice house in LA. Like nothing too nice, but like somewhere around there.
Like one or two? Like
a little less, but
okay,
that's not important.
Okay.
And anyway, in my head, I was sitting there like, yo, holy fuck, this is not going to last. Like, people are getting divorces. People are not coming anymore. People are fucking losing all their money. Like, different shit keeps happening. And I'm like, I need to figure something out long term.
Yeah.
And so I'm back to that point where I'm like freaking out. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
So all I thought about was law school.
Yeah.
And so I go and I get my BA from Boulder and in history. And but when I was a senior, this is just after that had happened. I'm a senior in college, and I was like, yo, I got to pick my grades up if I want to get in. So I got a 3.7 and then like a 3.9 and averaged out to like maybe like a 3.334 for my term in college, which is decent. And then I started taking the Kaplan LSAT classes, which you take a test to get into law school.
Okay.
And so
after this, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to go to law school and do this for real.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to commit to this.
So when did you decide that like you were absolutely not going to commit to that?
So I'm taking my classes. I'm like grinding this fucking real estate job at 9 to 5. And then at 5, I go and take my classes.
Yeah.
And for this test. So I take my test, and then I got rejected from CU Boulder, which was like the lowest point I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I let myself down. I let my dad down. That's where my dad went. And like I felt like a fucking loser, bro, like a failure. Like I had nothing I could do in my life.
Yeah.
Like I literally was like, I was afraid to tell anybody, bro. Because everybody that I knew is thinking, oh, yo, no problem. Your dad went there. You're going to get in there. You know?
Yeah.
You're going to be the successful guy.
Yeah. When you have the pressure.
And like I'm like dapping him up like, yeah, you know it. And like I have a tear behind my eye, like
knowing
I got that rejection letter 2 days before.
Fuck, it's twisted.
Yeah,
it's good though.
Fuck, bro. I'm gonna frame that rejection letter.
You should.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And so that all happens, and I started freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I just was so lost in my life, like so fucking lost.
So when did you start to figure it out? Like what was like the thing you're like, oh wait, I can do this now?
I started doing all these bullshit, like, you know, I started working at the firm and like being like, yo, maybe I could just go to a different school and like this isn't so bad. Was absolutely miserable at the firm, and I was just at that point where I was like, yo, dude, you're trying to chase your dad's life or you're trying to live like him and you don't even want this fucking life. Like, I don't even want to do this shit.
I have a question. How long did you know that though? Because didn't you know that from the beginning?
I'd say like probably like right before I took my test, but I didn't want to tell him that because my validation came from him because he had never told me like, hey, I'm proud of you, or like, you know, I'm happy with what you've accomplished. So it made me feel like I didn't accomplish anything.
So you just kept searching for that.
So I kept searching for that.
Yeah.
And so I knew I didn't want to do that shit, man. That's not me. I will tell you, like, if you put some fucking cocksucker from Harvard who can read every single law book and you put him against a jury and you put me against a jury, I'm going to be able to talk to that jury way better than him, you know?
Yeah.
Those guys are book guys that can't have no social skills. That's why I don't agree with the fucking justice system as it is.
Yeah.
Because think about it. You have a guy who's book smart as fuck, right? People in the jury are people like me, you, Natalie, Sylvie, Jacob.
Yeah.
Normal-ass people, bro. Who's going to talk better with them, me or some fucking nerd from Harvard?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting how it's like learning. But that comes like learning from, like, in the sense we call it the street knowledge versus
exactly.
like book knowledge. Street
knowledge is very important when you're going to trial.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that always bothered me. But yeah, I just started freaking out, bro, and like was applying for other jobs, doing real estate jobs. Was very, very unhappy in life, and just felt like I was gonna fail. And so I started reading a lot, but I never gave up, dude, ever. Something is being like that underdog that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I just always was like, dude, I'm never going to fucking quit. Like, fuck that. Quitter. If you quit, you're a loser. You're accepting defeat.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful, you don't quit. You're going to have a better chance of being successful.
I think this is important to say along that exact line is you're absolutely right. I just think some people when they hear that, they might be like, man, I quit and I fucked up. It's not so much like, I guess this is an interesting thing, right? Because when you quit something, sometimes you do genuinely need to quit that one thing, right? This is the difference, though. Maybe that one thing didn't work out for you. Let's say you tried it 4, 5, 6, 7 times, but it just didn't work out. Maybe that's not the thing for you. Maybe you don't genuinely want it. Maybe it's not really the thing that you actually are passionate towards, like, having. So it doesn't work out. But I think the idea of quitting is not so much like...
No, you're 100% right.
You got to go...
100% right.
You got to go like, okay, I'm quitting this thing. I gave it enough effort. I'm not saying you
Did
just...
you read?
What's that?
Did you ever read a lot?
I did. Yeah, I did.
There's a book that talks about... I used to read a lot when I was like fucking lost. And it talks about the only time it's okay to quit is when you know it's not going to... When it doesn't fit or it's not going to be something long term. So you quit to get out of it early to start something different.
Yeah, and I think this is the point I was trying to make. You're absolutely right, because you do have to, you want to identify if it's truly for you or not. After, though, it's important to say you have to give it tries. You can't just go, it didn't work the first time, it didn't work the second time, I'm done. You got to give it a few more tries than that. But you have to, like, if you care about it enough, then you'll give it that time and that effort and that energy to actually think about how was it, what did you really enjoy, is it what you really enjoy, like. And if it's not working, the key is, quit that, but go to something else that you know that you're more aligned with. And I think people have a hard time accepting that because, like you said, your whole life, it was like somewhat dictated by, you know, essentially a father figure.
Yeah.
And I just find that so interesting. Like, I mean, I wasn't dictated by a father figure, and I was almost like forced to figure myself out through a completely different way, like the way you figured it out. But this is the key, is like, one of the most important things in life is, and as a human being, is understanding what we genuinely want in our hearts. Like listening to that and being able to say, this is what really makes me happy. Not because it makes someone else happy what they think I should be doing based on them. Like, what's in your heart? And like thinking of this concept is so underrated and not enough people think about it.
Dude, you are 1,000,000% right. And I think that where I'm at today is because while I was struggling and like looking for that validation, I ended up doing something that I want to do. I didn't have my parents pushing me to do some shit. I feel like there's so many kids out there that their parents push them to do something.
Of course.
Oh, I want you to be work in finance, or I want you to be an investment banker, or I want you to do fucking whatever other bullshit. And it's something that something else is telling them. But by not having, like, your parents necessarily as involved in your situation, it really makes you determine what you want to do.
This is what I'm saying.
Which is like fucked up because it sucks for like 4 or 5 years, but it can benefit you in the long run.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, after all that law school shit went down, I was like in a deep place. Just to go back to that.
Yeah, go for it.
And one guy that I became very good friends with in the game, and he was a young ass dude. He's still a good friend of mine today. Total badass. I told him, I was like, yo, bro, this is right after that big game happened where I was like, yo, shit's going south.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. My brother and sister live in LA. I'm moving out to LA. I don't give a fuck. I have no job. I've got 2 or 3 people I'm talking to. I was like talking to real estate firms out here.
Yeah.
Like whatever. I'm moving out to LA. I'm getting the fuck out of where I've lived my whole life. And I go to the gym. Not quite as a gym bro. Even though I could have been a gym bro. Like I could have lifted. I was probably doing 40s on incline at that point.
Not a gym bro.
Like 40s on incline. And,
not a gym bro. Go ahead though. And
we played basketball, shot around, and he goes, yo, I just got a text from my friend that says his buddy Bob Menery is looking for an assistant. And I was like, Bob Menery, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, of course. Who the fuck is that guy?
I was like, who the fuck is that? And he's like, he's actually got a really hot podcast right now. You should go check it out.
Yeah.
And I was like,
this is where it all started.
And I was like, okay. And I was leaving tomorrow to go to LA. This was Thanksgiving like 3 years ago. And I go home and I listen to Ripper Magoo's.
So how old were you here? 3 years ago, Thanksgiving.
23.
23, okay.
Yeah. And so I listened to all of his podcasts.
Yeah, it was Ripper Magoo. Yeah.
And it's so funny because the last episode was Kyle and Steve was the Nelk Boys. Was his most recently aired. But I listened to all of them, learned about this dude, peeped his socials. Still didn't really know like this space at all. Like it was
social
still
media space.
Yeah, I just didn't understand it. Like this was before TikTok, before all that. Like you're still like learning like, okay, what the fuck even is all this?
TikTok really is. TikTok's so
like
new.
2 years old, bro.
Holy fuck.
It's crazy. But the thing about it is if you're not in Instagram or on social media, you don't know like financially or like what these guys fucking do. So like I look at Bob and I'm like, okay, maybe his podcast is making money. Like he had Shaq on there. He had a couple other notable names. I think he had David Spade on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, so he's plugged in the space. Like I'm going to go meet him. And I go and fly out there. And I'm supposed to meet with him next Tuesday.
To be his assistant, right?
Yeah, I didn't really get any detail in Bob fashion. And,
complete Bob fashion.
And I had 2 other interviews with like CBRE, which is like a real estate firm out here. Shit I didn't want to do, but whatever. And I remember I went and met with Bob, and I was the biggest Entourage fan growing up. Have you seen the show?
Yeah.
And like I looked up to E, who's Kevin Connolly.
Yeah.
So I walk into this bar. Bob's like, I fucking get there, bro.
He's
and
there.
I'm supposed to meet him on Tuesday. And I get a text from some lady that's like, hey, Bob wants to meet you right now. And I'm like, just landed at LAX. And I'm like, what the
This is
fuck?
so Bob, dude.
And I'm like, yo, this just doesn't sound like
like
promising at all.
Or like, are you guys going to fucking murder me or
Yeah,
something?
I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And I went straight to my sister lived in West Hollywood at the time. Went straight to her place. Threw on like a collared shirt. Didn't know what to expect. Went into gold this.
But what were you? What was the job title? It was just
he needs his assistant.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, it's a fucking step into the industry. Maybe like, and I knew he was the voice of Buffalo Wild Wings, so I didn't know where he was going with it all, but I said, fuck yeah, I want to go check it out.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in there, and Kevin Connolly, who I knew he like went out of his studio, was there with this Absolute Smoke Show, and Bob's there with this Absolute Smoke Show.
Can you say the names of the smokes?
I don't know who Kevin's girl was, but CJ was with Bob.
Okay, I know the CJ story.
Yeah, it's a quick story.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, I've already told this one on this podcast.
Yeah, we told that one.
But when I shook Kevin Connolly's hand, just because he did fucking 10 seasons on HBO, like, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, there's
official.
a real fucking opportunity here. And Bob just like pulled me to the side and we went and talked, and he's just fucking whiskey coke, and I'm like, yo, it's the most unprofessional interview I've ever had. But me and him immediately like clicked, dude.
I think you guys both have the erraticness down.
Yeah, we're just both like fucking wild, and we hit it off immediately. And I was just like, dude, fuck yeah. And that first night, I mean, he came on here and he told you what happened, and it's 100% true. That first night, like, I left at like 7 p.m. He's like, hey man, like there's like 15 other candidates, so not sure you're gonna. I was for sure the only guy that he met. That
Yeah,
night, you know?
yeah.
There was
He
no
said
other
15
fucking
other
yeah,
candidates.
there's
Go fuck
no other
yourself,
candidates
Bob.
at all. Like
Yeah.
the waiter, maybe. Like
Yeah, you got
just
lucky.
random people. And
But his guy now's good.
yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, your replacement. I think he's still your replacement. Right?
Replacement's I don't think it's a fair word. I think like
His upgrade.
his new guy. Like
Oh
like,
yeah, you know.
Like
But-
a sub.
yeah, like a sub, like a substitute teacher.
I felt like it was like a, in that sense, maybe an upgrade.
No, it was not a fucking upgrade.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm just saying.
But I left that night, and I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, what the fuck? I just met E from Entourage. These fucking hot girls. Like, this is the Entourage life. That's what hit my head. So I'm like,
wait.
what?
Well, you pulled up to a meeting with Bob, and you saw him with a dude who was in the series Entourage, and then you saw them both with their own girl, and you were just like, "This is that made you."
Bro,
like,
I'm coming from Denver, Colorado.
okay, but
You know-
didn't you come from the gambling games with all the Hollywood motherfuckers, right? Because the Hollywood
Yeah,
people
but
have
like
bitches.
they're just there sitting down playing poker. Like you don't see any of the other shit. Like I'm walking into a hot bar. There's fucking two hot ass chicks here. Kevin Connolly and fucking
Okay.
Bob, who are both like
so
famous.
it looked glorified to you.
It looked literally like I was like, fuck, this looks like the TV show. And you're in LA, bro. Like Denver,
Yeah.
Colorado. It's like, what am I gonna do with these guys in Denver, Colorado? So you're in LA, and I remember I left that night, and I leave, and 2 hours later I get a text from Bob, bro. Fucking 12 texts in a row, no breaks.
Well, that's
yo,
yeah.
what's good? What are you doing? It's like, yo, dude, like you just hired me tonight. Like, what's up? Gonna be at your place at 7:30. He's like, okay, cool. All right, peace. I'll talk to you tomorrow. 20 minutes later, yo, where are you? I'm in my place. Okay, cool. Can you find me an Adderall? Yeah, let me try. He's like, no, you have to. And so I went and found him an Adderall, and then went to Santa Monica, stayed up all night, and then we went at like 8:30, and he went and did a B-Dubs recording at like a local studio.
So, what was your dynamic with Bob like throughout? And how long did you work for him? Like 2 years?
No, I worked for Bob for a year, but
A year.
my dynamic with Bob was, bro, like attached at the hip. Anywhere that Bob went, I went. Like,
Yeah. Because
no
I remember when I first
space.
met him, you.
Yeah, we met at Benihana, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
No space from Bob. Bob was like, the thing with Bob is we had a lot of work we always had to do. He's difficult to keep organized, but he's the fucking most entertaining person to watch of all time. Like, he's just so fucking funny to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if you see that yet.
I see it, yeah.
But he's so fucking funny, bro, because he's so wild.
It's funny because I know that not necessarily just him on the podcast, which I think he's great. It's just him in person, like not even cameras, like him as a human
Yeah.
is very entertaining.
Oh, it's
Like
the most
straight
entertaining
up,
thing
like
ever.
you could just pull a camera on that guy, like put a little story, and he's like, he's
I
fucking.
saw some
entertaining.
crazy shit with Bob, and I mean, he gets all fucking paranoid, so I'm not gonna go into him.
You can't.
but-
You can just tell one of them.
Say like crazy shit like what?
Yeah.
I mean, there would just be times like we would lived at the house in Coldwater. When the fucking pandemic hit, bro, he acted like it. Have you ever seen Dawn of the Dead?
no.
Have you seen Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, he was one of those.
He was one of those, bro. He was like, you go to the fucking grocery store, you get fucking as many pound bags of rice and water as you can. We need
He was
to
afraid.
Bro, he was a pussy.
Oh,
Okay, so
Walked
you thought it was
around.
like-
He was walking
Walking
around,
Dead
walking
vibe?
around the house with a hammer. Like, I was like, dude,
What
it's
are you
a
gonna
fucking
smash COVID?
Pandemic, bro. It's a fucking it's a sickness where no one's gonna go crazy.
He's thinking
And he's
people
like,
are gonna turn
he
into
thought,
zombies.
yeah, he thought it was an apocalypse. And
Yo,
so I went and like we had fucking 10,000 water bottles.
I could picture Bob watching headlines. You know, the China stuff was like all the
Oh,
news from
yeah.
over there was coming. He's looking at these pictures like we're all dead. We're all fucking dead. You don't
Yeah.
understand, bro. You don't understand. We're all dead.
Yeah, no, and that's
So
exactly.
he was crazy. Like,
I
straight
mean,
up.
I was like laughing, and Scott, who worked with us too, was laughing, and we were just like, dude, what is going on right now? Like,
He was
Bob-
dead serious though.
He was just paranoid and like was just like, yo, what the fuck? We were just like, what the fuck's going on?
So
But,
he was tripping out when he saw like those like zombie ones where like someone's getting up off the floor.
it felt
all
like
that
Dawn of the
stupid
Dead because
shit.
it made me feel more scared.
Because
Like,
he was so
he
scared.
tripped you out.
I'm like using duct tape, setting up a ring system at like 3 a.m. the night that the fucking pandemic hits. Like we had
what the fuck?
we had 45 security cameras around this house. Like fucking pushing couches in front of the doors. Like I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. He's like, it's serious, bro. And so yeah, he just freaked out a little bit, but
Was like your whole relationship though for like about that year? Was it all because it must have been during the whole? He must have calmed down at some point.
Bro, Bob's a fucking legend, and that guy, that's where I think a lot of the part where I learned how to network was through Bob, because Bob, like, I would be like, dude, this fucking guy's literally like wearing the same pair of sweatpants with a fucking chicken Alfredo stain on the crotch for a week and a half.
Yeah.
And he's on the phone with fucking Dana White, Michael Rubin, or just someone super important, and you're just like, how the fuck does he do it?
Yeah.
And he's just got away with his words, and he's just such a likable person that he's so good at networking. And I learned a lot from Bob for sure.
Yeah.
But he also like didn't play bullshit with me, because he looked at it like, you know, we would go out a lot because he likes to go out. So we would go to like places like Delilah or Catch.
Yeah.
4 or 5 nights a week and be around like Saquon Barkley, fucking Odell Beckham Jr., like people that I'd never met or seen before. And so it was so cool to me, but he made me make sure, like, yo, because you get to do this, you wake up at 6 a.m. every day and you fucking Swiffer and scrub the floors. And I did it every day, probably for 5 months.
Do you think he helped you increase your productivity?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's pressure.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking afraid. I'm like, yo, I can lose this at any time.
Yeah.
Like, I got to carry my weight and prove my value and make sure that he's taken care of. And, like, he's fucking tough to take care of. But, like, at that time, like, bro, me and him and Scott lived in a house. I lived there rent free, and I was fucking waking up, cleaning the house every morning at like 6 or 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was up cleaning.
Yeah.
Like, being the bitch.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's important. I mean, and I think also too, no matter what, like, what job you have, I know from my experiences, a lot of my shortcomings were when I wasn't as understood on someone else's job, like what they should or shouldn't be doing. Like, so you said you have to kind of be the bitch sometimes, like, meaning, like, not that some people have bitch jobs, but like knowing how to do every side of the business, like knowing like you have to do every portion. So you, like I said, I've learned that a lot of my shortcomings because I didn't know enough about a side of a business. And then when I did, I was like, okay, now it feels better, and I'm able to actually like be better at business, period. Oh yeah. So it's super beneficial to have people who like have you work from the top to the bottom to top, like no matter what the job is, to learn how to do it. Oh yeah.
And I think another side of that point is I went in there and like, you got to think, what skill set do I have to offer Bob? And at that point, I didn't know anything about the industry. I'm learning from him. So I'm going to go in there and just work as hard as possible. You had to
fucking get it no matter what it was.
Yeah, and I think that's like a learning lesson to a lot of people, because you probably get DMs. I get DM'd like, yo, how do you get started? And it's like, you got to start doing like shit you don't want to fucking do. Yeah. And just show somebody like, holy fuck. Because Bob, in his head, he knew. He was like, yo, this kid works harder than fucking anybody. And I would hear him do it on phone calls when he thought I wasn't around. And so it made me feel like motivated and good. But you got to do that bitch work and really prove your worth and just show you're hardworking. And while you're doing that, you learn as much as you can. Yeah. And that's what I did with Bob. And I had a great time with Bob. We're still good friends.
It seems like you've done that most of your life.
Yeah.
That's what everything you're saying kind of just comes down to you just like, almost like the sense of needing
everything
to
is about knowledge, bro. Like everything you learn as much as you can from people. You build relationships, and that's how you set yourself up to be successful. That's what I learned, and like that's on the path that I'm on.
Don't you think there are people who take that stuff for granted?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just even being like Jacob, your filmer's like fucking sleeping over here on the ground when you're giving a life story knowledge, and you have your filmer over here taking a nap. Like, this kid's what should he be doing right now?
I mean, listen, he can watch it later though. That guy needs sleep too.
Oh, okay.
That guy fucking worked now. Silby is not even in this.
The new guy? There he is. He's over there taking a nap too.
Okay. Wake the fuck up over there. Huh? They're both hard workers. Yeah, they're both hard workers.
It's like the time we get off and we go home and go at it.
Yeah. This is a fact.
This is a different side I'm showing, bro. Like, I usually like come on here and be a shithead and be funny, so it's like weird for me that I'm like,
no, it's good. I think people appreciate it.
You think so?
You know what it is. You know what time it is. Shout out to one of our sponsors, Roman Swipes. Now, listen, this is a clinically proven way to fucking last longer, all right? If you have a problem lasting longer, listen, we've all been there. We've all had the troubles. It's normal. It's okay. Roman Swipes is dope. They send like their shit, discreet packaging. You don't got to worry about it. I'm going to be like, yo, my shit. You don't got to like watch like a hawk the door when the stuff's coming in. So you're like, no, this isn't mine. That's someone else's. I promise. It's yours. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's super common. But this is an easy way to last longer. You swipe it on your dick. and you got to wait like 5 minutes, and then you're good to go. Bingo. Okay. Roman swipes. Get it right now. Now, all right. So go to getroman.com/Bradley and get $10 off your first order of swipes plus 2-day shipping. Free 2-day shipping. So it's like you get the swipes and free 2-day shipping. Yeah, do it. Go to getroman.com/Bradley. Show some love for your dick. Show love to your dick. Yes.
Absolutely. I know they will. I know I do, and I'm appreciating it right now. So I got a question now. So you go from Bob to Steve, right?
Yeah.
How was this transition? So we can make the story
Me and Bob, we were probably like, we moved to Arizona.
Yeah.
And that's when the pandemic, like, this was like June or July of, what is it, 2021? Or 2020 when the pandemic, 2020. When the pandemic really got hot and, like, sucked. So we moved to Arizona because you could still party there. And so we would
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we would go.
That was why.
Yeah, well.
But the scary Bob,
But
he must have got over
telling me
it.
that he was super paranoid, but
Yeah.
yet you guys moved to Arizona
I'm
so
not.
you could party because it
I
wasn't
don't
as
understand.
bad there.
Well,
or what?
like,
Well, no, wait, hold on. Let me be clear. Everyone knows that if you're in a different state, you don't really get COVID as much because there's less restrictions.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's be clear. That's what we were also taught by the media. So just FYI.
No, I don't even know.
Anyways.
Bob was just like, yo, this was probably like 2 or 3 weeks into it when you literally couldn't do anything in LA.
Wait.
Like full shutdown. And he was like, yo, Arizona, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Let's
So
fucking
wait,
go.
no, but it's still, so he wasn't frightened?
I know, you're
Well, this
talking
was
about, like,
this was like 2 or 3 weeks in. Like he finally was. We were like, "Yo, bro, like nothing's happened."
Oh, because
We're
so
fucking-
so you're telling me
It wasn't
originally-
that night. Like we lived Dawn of the Dead. Like it was 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay,
okay.
makes sense. And then
So
he's
he
like,
freaked out in the beginning, and now he's like, "I'm going nuts because I'm stuck in the house. I have to get
Yes,
out and
exactly,
let's go somewhere." Okay.
Exactly. So at that point, he's like, "Yo, we can't go fucking." Because before that, bro, we were going. Delilah, like I said, catch every night. Like, and
Yeah.
then you just have that taken away, and you're like just stuck in a house. Me and Bob
Running
Menery,
around
which
in
is
circles.
terrifying for me.
yeah.
Like being around Bob.
Surprised
like,
he didn't strike you with something. I felt like he would have.
I feel like he was going. He probably thought about it.
Yeah.
I
would've
thought about it too.
Like striking him.
I thought he was the one that was gonna go crazy because someone's gonna snap.
yeah. I mean,
Bob's gonna walk in there zombie and be like, "Yo, dude, what the fuck?" Just beat his
Yeah,
ass. But then
you-
I was like, "What am I gonna do for a job?" After
do you think
that?
you could beat Bob in a fight?
No, because I think Bob's like weird. Like it depends on the rules.
Yeah.
Because like he's a feisty
MMA
weirdo. Like
fight.
he's the guy that goes for like an eye gouge.
Yeah, he might
Like
fucking
he's an
grab
eye
your
gouge
nuts
guy.
and like twist
like
them or
yeah,
some shit.
twist your dick, something weird. Like you're just like, dude, what
He's
the
definitely
fuck?
one of those guys, bro.
Yeah, but he's like has like those snaky
out,
moves.
Bob.
Shout out Bob, but we know that you're that guy, the eye
Yeah.
gouge.
He's like the sand in the eye.
Yeah,
hold on,
exactly,
let me
like-
time out you real quick.
Yeah,
Hit
just
you
some
with some
shady
sand?
move, bro. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Okay, so
So he fucking. Now we're on lockdown for 3 weeks, and we're like Scott had moved into his girlfriend, so it used to be 3 of us, and now it's just me and Bob, and like I'm like afraid. Dude, have you ever seen This Is the End?
yeah.
my goodness.
It was
hold
like
on.
This Is the End.
But
bro.
hold on, fuck, because we got past this. Now we're in Arizona. You guys are partying.
Oh, okay.
We got to talk about this.
Yes.
So we're in Arizona. We're partying. Is Bob like? I mean, I guess I can't ask this question. I can't put him on blast. I was gonna ask him about girls. Like, does he have a bunch of? Because I know he's gone through a lot of phases.
That was when we moved out to Arizona, and that was like my first taste of like getting laid like frequently and shit.
Okay, now you're capping. Now I just know.
No,
you're
no, I'm not gabbing. I'm
Okay.
being honest.
That didn't start
I'm
until
too
Steve.
deep.
That didn't start until Steve.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Okay, I got laid once in Arizona.
no. Okay, like I said.
No, but we started going to fucking all these. Old Town Scottsdale has like 5 of the exact same bars. They're just next to each other with different
Yeah.
names, but they're all the fucking same. And they all have
That's so
really,
accurate.
they have hot bottle service chicks.
Yeah.
So we would just go there every night and hang out with them. And then Johnny Menzel started coming and getting in the mix. And like there was one night where Bob lost his shit on me, and we go to Talking Stick, which is the casino there.
Yeah.
And he hits a jackpot and wins big. And we go back to the house. He's like, all right, yo, let's go party. Calls Johnny and is like, yo, come out.
Enzo.
Puts his card down, and we just run that bitch like crazy, bro. Like, you couldn't spend that much. You could, but like the amount that we spent doesn't make sense for Arizona on a Tuesday night.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. You guys are fucking degenerates, dude.
No, it was just like fun and funny, and like we thought it was okay because Bob was like, go do it. And then,
So what I want to know about though is when did you and Bob, when did it stop working? Because obviously it stopped working.
Never
at some
stopped
point.
working.
Never stopped working.
no, but when we went to Abu Dhabi, And I love Bob. Like, Bob's my brother, and he's fucking... Bro, Bob's like a great dude at the end of the day. He really is. Like, he has my back till the end. I have his back till the end, and he would do anything for me, and I've pretty much done anything for him. But when we went to Abu Dhabi for UFC, which was still peak COVID, that was October of... I remember this. I can't fucking get the years right. 2020, October, when Khabib's fighting Gaethje. And we fucking... Bob didn't have a passport, of course. And he FaceTimes Dana White like 2 or 3 weeks before the fight. And he doesn't have a passport. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you can't get a fucking passport right now. Like, you just cannot.
Yeah, like all that shit shut down.
You can't get anything. And so he fucking... I knew that it was too big of an opportunity to not figure out a way to get a passport. So I fucking was, dude, like grinding for like 3 or 4 days, calling everybody I knew, and found a way to get him a passport. We had to travel, and we went and got it. And
in a different state or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then me and him flew to Abu Dhabi together with the Nelk boys, with Kyle and Steve.
Okay.
And
this is the trip they didn't invite me on, by the way.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Dude, the cuts were... It was a tight cuts, bro.
Oh, tight cuts.
They only went with Steve, Kyle, Salim, Adrian, and that's it. That's 4
Pretty
people,
much
bro.
everyone.
No, that's 4 people.
Yeah, no, it's all
They
good.
used to travel with everybody.
It's all good.
The videographers and everything?
Yeah.
Adrian was the only videographer. That's it. They traveled with 4 people.
I was tight. I remember it was tight.
Yeah, it was
I just
really
like to talk
tight.
shit. It's just funny.
Yeah. And so we go on that thing, and to me...
But why did they bring you if Bob wasn't going?
No, Bob went, bro.
Yeah, okay, but like... So is it...
So basically, Bob got fucking zapped. FaceTimes Kyle. He's like, yo, what if I told you we could go to Abu Dhabi? Kyle's a fucking content genius. He's like, yo, that's insane for us. Bob's like, now he has pressure. I'm going to get it done. Hits up Dana. Doesn't have a passport. Get the passport. We're all fucking taking COVID tests. We get all the COVID tests, and we get on a flight to Vegas. We go to Vegas. We quarantine for 2 days, and then we go from Vegas to Abu Dhabi. And on the way to Abu Dhabi, Bob's like fucking freaking out, like Dawn of the Dead Part 2 type shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, I'm like, dude, we're good there. Like,
I feel like I remember this on stories.
Yeah, because it was like, dude, I don't know Abu Dhabi that well, but, you know, I'm sure it's a beautiful place. And, you know, I don't have a relationship with Dana White like you do, but I have a strong feeling he's going to make sure we're taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I think Bob's whole, like, image was a little more like, we're going to be stranded in the desert. Like, he's going to be wearing...
Bro,
like,
Abu Dhabi's one of the fucking wealthiest places in the entire
it
world.
was fucking dope, bro.
Like,
Abu Dhabi is beautiful, man.
What the fuck?
But Bob just being Bob, and I love Bob. It was so funny. And we get there, and I could tell he started to freak out, like, night 1. Like, because he can't be fucking quarantined in a room. Like, he doesn't want to be in a room for 24 hours. So he starts...
Oh, wow.
He starts texting me, and he's like, yo, man. I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm just fucking 1 door down. What's up? He's like, yo, I got to get out of here, man. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm going home. I'm like, you're going to, like, back to the States? And he's like, yeah. And so he fucking... Because there were 2 fights in Abu Dhabi, right? There was a card one Saturday, and then the main with Khabib and Gaethje the following Saturday. Yeah. So we had to quarantine for a whole week. So we get there Friday before the like other card, and I remember what's his name, anyway, somebody fought, and Bob's like, yo, I'm gonna get on the flight back with them back to the States. And so Bob dips, bro. And he's like, he gave me the option. He's like, yo, you have the option. You can come with me, or
stay here.
Stay here.
And do what though? Like work for them?
No, he was just like, you just stay here. Like I talked to Dana. Dana's like, yo, you're good to stay.
Yeah.
And, you know, just go to the events. They have a whole week set up for us, which they did, which was fucking incredible. Okay, so we're in Abu Dhabi. Bob tells me he's got a dip. He goes, you have 2 options. He says, yo, you can stay or you can come with me. And I just kind of like looked at all the circumstances. I was like, dude, I'm at a fucking UFC event in a foreign country, and the Nelk boys are here. I'm fucking staying.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, okay, I understand. And, like, you know, Bob did Bob and dipped the next day, and then I started freaking out. Like,
oh, wait, what? You were worried because he's gone now? Is that
yeah, because I was like, fuck, bro. Like, Bob's freaking out. Like, I need a job right now.
Oh, you thought so?
Just like,
wait. So you thought you staying was like, you're gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, hopefully I can get a job with Nelk Boys or UFC or some shit. And I
Wait, so he said if you don't come back with
he
me,
didn't say that. He didn't say that, but I was just like, bro, I'm not coming back and missing this opportunity after what I fucking just quarantined for 3 days and took a 20-hour flight to get here.
Oh, I wouldn't.
And
I
we
wouldn't have
haven't
left
done
either.
any of the cool shit. Like, bro, we were fucking in the desert multiple days, going to parties, like doing cool things. And it felt like he was throwing it all away, and it was an opportunity of a lifetime, experience of a lifetime. And so I started panicking, though, because I was like, dude, like...
What if I lose that job?
Yeah, I might lose that job, and I'm a guy that can't go like 1 or 2 days without having some sort of job because then I feel lost. I don't know. Yeah, well, once you work with Bob or work in the industry, it's so fast paced. It's every day. Like, you know, I'm erratic. Like, I always have some shit going on. I'm always walking all over the place. And so I texted him and I was like, all right, well, I'm fucking staying. Peace. And then I fucking next day I saw Stevewilldoit and I was like, yo, Steve.
You're like, yo, I need a job, dude.
He's like, hey, Steve, what's up? He's like, hey, dude, you know.
He's like so casual.
He's
So
casual.
calm.
Hey, dude, what's up?
He's kind of like standoffish when you first meet him,
yo,
right?
bro. Kinda, but I'm not really scared to approach anybody.
Yeah. But I know that Steve is that way. He's very
Yeah,
kinda like, whoa.
but he's just quiet. And
Yeah.
I pulled Dana out. Like, I didn't pull Dana out, but I asked Dana. I was like, hey, Dana, I know Bob left last night, and
And he's a big pussy, but I'm here.
I didn't even say that. I was like, Dana,
Oh.
like, I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm super thankful that you're allowing me to be here without him. Like, that was a whole thing to me where I was like, Dana, like, Bob's your guy. He was supposed to do all these things for you all here. He left, and you're allowing me to stay here and be here for a week. Like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, so you're grateful.
So I was super grateful to Dana. And Dana,
also maybe trying to get a job.
Yeah, but I was more just like...
No, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm telling you right now, that wasn't on my mind. I was like, because I wanted to work for Nelk. But
Okay.
I was like, damn, Dana, thank you so much. You're a goat. And he was like, me and him bonded kind of over like Bob being so fucking psycho, dipping.
Are
He was
you
like,
serious?
He didn't even, everything I said that I came from the heart about me being there, he disregarded. He's like, the fuck is wrong with Bob, man? And I was just like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know. He's like, points back there. And he's like, yo, these guys, they're the real deal.
Yeah, you're so stupid.
I swear to God. It's a true story, bro.
Holy shit.
He was like, yeah, they're the real deal. And so I kept asking Steve. I was like, yo, Steve, I'll fucking quit right now and work for you. And Bob called me and went crazy for like 20 minutes. And I don't know if he was drunk or what. And he probably talked about it. But he was like, listen, motherfucker, this is when The Godfather happened. He's like, you don't fucking betray the fucking Godfather, you piece of shit. Like, I fucking created you. I put you on the fucking map. I'm on my way to fucking drive ATVs in the sand dunes. And I got this shit on, like, I'm in the car with our driver, can't speak English, and it's just on speaker. And I'm just like, Bob, like, I'm sorry. And he's like, you piece of shit, you motherfucker. You remember who fucking made you, like, type shit.
I love it.
Yeah. And, yeah, and then I went to Steve, and I just was like, Steve, like, let me come be your fucking guy, bro.
Yeah.
And Kyle was like, dude, like, we don't want to poach you from Bob. And I was like, dude, he'll come around. And he did. He came around and he gave me his blessing. And then Steve gave me a shot. And so when I first started for Steve, I was like more on Selena's side. Selena was doing her OnlyFans. And so I was doing a lot of her OnlyFans. We were working with Lana, working with Riley Reid, Autumn Falls.
Yeah.
Doing cool shit in OnlyFans.
When did it start to evolve into like you were like closer to working with Steve?
He brought me here for the video where he did 12 beers.
Oh, was it the 12 Coronas?
12 Coronas. He brought me here to your house for the first time, and he did 12 beers, and he threw up fucking everywhere, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
So fucking disgusting.
I remember that.
And
yeah.
I'm like watching that, like, no, you know what? You know what's worse than watching that is watching that, knowing you're the guy that has to clean that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I remember.
And I think that kind of proves something too, because I'm like, they're like, dude, this guy just threw up like, bro, 12 beers. He just threw up. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I got to be the guy that cleans it up. I don't care. Fuck it. And I cleaned it all up.
I remember that too.
And then what happened, you know, we did another video. I started writing down ideas, and he told me a couple that he liked. And the big one was like the Compton video where we did the yard sale, but everything was free. He kind of like gave me an opportunity to put that one together.
I was there.
Yeah.
That was like your first like thing that you helped.
That was like my first like, yo, come up with an idea and then execute everything. Yeah. I'm going to show up and I'm going to be fucking the man. Stevewilldoit. Yeah. And it's going to be a good video, but the pressure's on you. And dope. It's in Compton. So it was like I had to find the location and get all the shit. And
so are you the guy who found the Billionaire Burger Boys?
Talk to Damien.
I love those guys.
Yeah, they're great. They're the best. Good food. And then I just went and got all the shit. And I was super stressful, bro.
Was this when you first met Noel?
Yeah, that was the first day I met Noelle. She's
Yeah.
fucking
Dude,
queen in the light, bro. Like, straight up, I was like, yo, Brad's girlfriend is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, Brad's chick is fucking sexy. He doesn't say a word, of course. She's fucking quiet and shit. But,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that...
So that I didn't know that. I didn't know that was your first, like...
That was my first, like, chance at, like, pretty much creative and producing a Stevewilldoit video. And, like, if it was successful, then he was pretty much like, yo, you're with me. And then I was with him. And then basically what happened is June came around, me and Steve's relation. We kept filming bangers. We did your dream car video that I was like, yo, let's give Brad a piece of shit.
Nice. It's so nice.
And it was funny. It was a great thumbnail.
Cool, like, you know,
great thumbnail. Good title.
Yeah, with the van.
The cardboard cut out of Noelle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That was funny as
Wait,
fuck.
so your come up was not a come up, but working with Steve was just this past year.
Well, that was that was a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah,
Yeah. So what, you asking for a raise?
No.
No, but what I want to say too is like what I did was I just watched Steve and learned from Steve. Like, dude, Steve has taught me so much about YouTube and content. Like, Bob taught me a lot about what not to do and then business shit. And then Steve has taught me like YouTube, everything I need to know about YouTube and what slaps and what. And so I've taken what Steve has taught me, and like we started working more together. And he never had like a guy, like a producer and assistant before me.
Yeah.
Or he did have one, but it didn't really work out. And so I just got like so fucking passionate into his stuff, like next level, bro. Like, cause when you're with somebody and like we would do the 12 beer thing, and then we do the Compton video and then the single mom, and like you just see the views going up and you see the content just like becoming real. Like the content was insane.
Yeah.
And like Steve was leading that way, and he was just like, yo, you're gonna help me do this.
Yeah.
He's like literally like LeBron James and like, I'm taking you guys to the promised land type shit.
Yeah.
And so he hit me like after my birthday in May. We just went to Cabo. It was like the best trip ever. And he made me raw dog a hooker, which was like fucking
Sick.
bullshit. But
Bullshit.
I mean, I don't know.
I'd sound like something you want to do.
I was
'Cause I don't
down,
think someone
but
could
like
make you
raw dogging
a
a
hooker
hooker in Cancun or Cabo is like,
I don't know if
Not
they can
it.
make you do that though, because like you chose to do that.
he was like, I want you to do this.
Yeah, and then
And I was like, yo, I'm gonna do it. And so I raw dogged that hookie in Cabo, and it fucking was scary, but you do it. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But after that, he was like, yo, dude, I want to move to Miami.
Yeah, let's go.
He was like, hey, bro, I swear to God, this is exactly what happened.
Have there ever been like really difficult moments?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. There's difficult moments no matter what you do, but in this industry especially, there's just so many roadblocks and speed bumps, hurdles that just happen, and you gotta just fucking
Keep going.
you fucking overcome adversity. That's what you do. That's what we've always done.
Yeah.
And so, you know, Steve was gonna fucking crush life with or without me, but you know, I think I helped when he needed me. I was there to be like with him. I think that's really important in life, is just to have a loyal person that's, if you ever need somebody, they're there for you. And that's something that's rare as fuck in the industry.
Yeah.
Super.
Super fucking rare.
And he called me and he was like, bro, I'm moving to Miami. I got a condo, 2 condos there. I want you to live in the one below me with Alex, best editor on YouTube, Alex DiTomaso. And,
Except for Jacob.
no, Alex is the GOAT.
Yeah, it's
I don't
okay.
give a fuck
No,
what
he's
nobody
great.
says.
He's
Alex,
amazing.
They're there together.
No, he's amazing.
No, Alex is the best editor.
They share that spot.
No, Jacob's great. He's got a
They
lot to
share
learn.
the spot.
Jacob's
No,
a good, you know, he's
Jacob's
a
good, but bro,
it'd be like a 1 and 2, like a
I mean, we're
2-1.
talking.
Be a solid duo.
Yeah, it'd
No,
be a
that's what I'm saying.
fucking
They share that spot. They're both really good.
established. You
Amazing.
know?
Alex is the. I really mean this. Like, me and Alex developed a bond, bro, because Steve calls fucking June fucking 3rd, let's say, that day, and goes, Jacob, stop fucking not listening and listen to the podcast. 'Cause I'm getting deep.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
I'm
Thank
getting
you,
fucking
Jake.
deep. You're talking to fucking Sylvie, just being disrespectful, and I don't really
Yo.
appreciate that shit.
I'm listening to you, bro.
Okay.
I love his Steiny's a little late. He gets a little serious.
No, but he calls me out of the blue, bro. And I remember we were just done driving from doing a video up here back to OC. And we
Yeah.
just got so tired of driving fucking 6 hours a day because of traffic. So 3 hours up, 3 hours back. And he goes, yo, I can't do this anymore. I'm flying to Miami. I don't give a fuck. I think you're the guy. I think you and Alex and me, we can do this. And I put a lot of trust in you. And he gave me my first big moment in like the industry. Bob gave me opportunities, but nothing comes close to what Steve gave me. Like when I'm saying he literally was like, yo, dude, I'm giving you the opportunity of a lifetime. He gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I executed it the best I could. And that night, I was like, he calls me and he's like, yo, we're going to move to Miami. And I'm like, all right, word. Like, let me pack up my shit. He's like, no, we're going tonight. And
That's 100% a Steve thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That is such a
And I'm
Steve
like,
thing.
and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I'm actually going to fly there. But, like, you and Alex are going to pack up actually, he said, you're going to pack up the Sprinter. And you're going to fucking drive there with my PC, all my shit from my room.
Fuck, yeah.
And you're going to be there before I fucking land.
What the?
And he left the day after we left.
Okay.
So we had a day and a half to get there, which we did. And Alex, being the guy he is, was like, yo, I'm coming with you. So we just did a road trip, no stops, got there in a day and a half. And that's when we developed the Stevewilldoit LLC.
That's when the
to
LLC
that's when the LLC became the LLC.
Yeah.
Steve at the time was single, so things were fucking absolutely
Okay.
wild.
For Steve. Not
For
so
all
much
of
for
us,
you. Not so-
motherfucker. You were there.
Yeah, but not so much for you.
That was wild for me.
It was.
I was fucking...
You were around a lot of girls.
Yes, but at that time, I was heavily sober because there was so much shit going on.
Yeah.
I was so worried in the club. Like,
Yo, I feel like he's lying because you were drunk.
no,
most of the
I
time.
was not. I swear to God, there was a time where I used to be sober.
Couple times he was fucked up.
No, but
But for majority of the time he was
majority of the time until...
Dude, I remember that time. Fuck.
It was a way different time. Because Steve was like... When Steve gets like that, I'm like, all right, well, I'm looking out for him, so I got to stay sober. So,
What do you think I did 99% of the time?
well, yeah, that's why we like to have you around. You're also a big target. Like,
Yeah.
if people are going to fuck with us, like, that's why we like to have you there.
Yeah, no, I'm
Like, you're good. Like, yeah, you're funny in the videos. And
Oh,
shit.
haha, yeah, okay.
But it's like more like, yo,
Don't act like I
yeah,
don't.
you're a free bodyguard. Like,
Wow.
well, you get to live for free and shit.
Don't act like I don't give good advice.
No, we love having you around. But that time in June when it was literally just me, Steve, and Alex, bro, like a 3-man team, uploading every week, getting fucking 4 or 5 million views a video. Like, it was a fucking grind, crazy grind.
Yeah, I remember it.
Like, to do that with a 3-man team and the content we were putting out, which was fucking crazy shit. It took a lot of fucking sacrifice. Like, we did fucking everything we could, and we've been doing that, and that's what it's got us to where we're at.
Do you wish you had done anything better, or do you think you could have done anything better at times?
No.
No. So you gave it your all. I like you chasing that. You going hard. Like, give me some. I can't let you be alone.
Fuck.
I feel bad.
What would I have changed, bro?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think you could have been better overall? Do you think you could have done more? And I'm not. This is not coming from a personal
more
place.
could I have done, Bradley?
I don't know, dude. Sometimes sometimes you fuck off a little bit. You have your moments.
No, that-
you know what I find most interesting about you, and I'm just gonna say it. And Steve notices this too sometimes. You sometimes don't like to, and this is and everyone has moments like this because I'm telling you this before I say it because you're such an overachiever and you do so much and you do accomplish a fuck ton of stuff and there's no denying that. But sometimes when stuff doesn't go the way that you plan it,
Oh, yeah.
you tend to like try to almost put blame somewhere else because you don't want to accept that sometimes.
Of course. That's something I got to get. Well, I've had to get better at that.
Yeah.
Like, I've had that happen to me before where you, like, want to not even execute something, but where I've been wrong, and it's an ego thing, and it's just tough to admit when you're wrong, and that's something that I've had to do lately.
Yeah.
Especially.
I think he challenges you a lot on that.
He does.
For sure.
But, bro, like, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy because Steve's fucking 23 years old. He's accomplished more than 99 point, other than Elon Musk, the Zuckerbergs, like, he's accomplished a lot of shit.
You know
He's
what I
up
love?
there with guys like that.
You know what I
Him
love
and
about
Kyle,
it?
bro. But,
Yeah.
but Steve's just 23, so it's really weird to me because I learned so much from Steve. And it's just
Yeah.
like, it's fucking crazy to me because I'm fucking older than him and shit.
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot from him. And yeah, I mean, like the other day I was talking to Steve and I was just like, yo, bro, like, like what if I get my own,
Your own what?
I was like,
Where the fuck you
I was
going?
like, what if I get my own deal one day? Like, I'm going to give you a big percent. He goes, just looking up at the PJ that we're on, and he goes, bro, you owe me your life.
That is a fuck. Yo.
I was like, what percent would make
Oh
it,
my
like, feel
God.
good? And he was like, bro, you owe me your life. And I was sitting there like, well, I'd like to think I contributed to the team, but
Yeah.
No, that guy.
You did 100%. You did, but
Yeah, I did, but
he's not necessarily wrong.
No,
and
but bro, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like I work my fucking ass off to where I get. I don't want
deny
anybody to tell anybody say it any different. I worked really fucking hard, sacrificed seeing my family, sacrificed all my free time, any friends I ever had. But Steve changed my life, and he's the only one that really believed in me in the beginning, and we've accomplished a lot.
Dude, start crying,
Yeah.
man.
You just let it out, man. I mean, let it
I'm
out.
not crying, but I'm just saying, like, bro, you develop a bond with somebody like that, and with people. I had the same bond with Bob, but it never escalated to this level because the ceiling with Steve is the fucking moon.
Yeah,
bro.
and I think Steve, it's so interesting because, like, you know, someone's first perception of Steve when you first ever saw his content, he's just like pounding.
Oh
alcohol,
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
And you look at it and you're like, who the fuck is this? And when I first saw it, I was like, why would anyone do that? This is so dumb, right?
But that's what he would
And then-
do to go viral.
I know he knew it. No, this is what I'm saying. This is full circle.
I'm gonna say this right now before I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why Steve's a fucking genius, bro.
I
because
know.
what he did is something that people need to learn. And shit, we've met so many people at this point. 42 Doug just being one of the randoms I'm thinking of. But like when we introduce each other, because Steve's not like as confrontational, and he's like, he doesn't want to go up to people, so he kind of has me do that.
Yeah.
But like when I say, yo, this is Stevewilldoit, it's like, yo, you're meeting Stevewilldoit. Like, to 42 Doug sitting there as this big time rapper. Stevewilldoit's sitting there wearing 2 Richard Millings with a Maybach outside, and 42 Doug's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, that's what their reaction was.
Yeah,
Then
I
we're
mean-
immediately at the studio 15 minutes later. And honestly, the greatest night of my life was when we went to Booby Trap.
Oh wait.
This is completely off
Wait,
topic,
wait,
but I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're talking about
That vision that I used to talk about when I was like that kid that wanted to be a gangster
Yeah.
rapper. I went
on
to
the street playing basketball.
yeah, when I went to Booby Trap at 5 a.m. and threw 20 bands
You did it.
with Stevewilldoit
Full
and 42
circle,
Dogs
baby.
at 6 a.m. taking over the whole club. It was probably 40 bands, but it was the fucking dopest night of my life. I'm forever grateful for that. So,
Full circle.
yeah,
Feels good, man.
it feels good, bro.
It feels good.
And
So
then,
I would-
but the one down thing is like when we did move to Miami, it probably took like 6 months of being there, and then I turned into an absolute monster. And like that's who you
a
have
monster
now.
in what?
Like that's not who Steiny is, I guess.
What are you talking
my
about?
character.
Monster in what? Were you a monster?
Yeah, well, like
Oh,
I've
Nightmare?
had
Oh my
characters and
God,
shit, but now like
Nightmare.
it's like the chains, like the partying, like the chicks, like yeah.
Okay, the chicks. The
Now I'm
chains, the
about that
party.
life.
The chains, the
Why,
party.
why is the chicks like not ever a
chicks
topic?
is-
Like
it's
I fucking
not.
get laid, bro. Like why is this always a topic with
No,
Brad?
but like you get laid.
I
but
don't
it's-
understand. Like it's not like they're
It's
not
just-
fucking Sports Illustrated top 10.
Okay,
But like
yeah.
they're hot.
I know, but I just don't want you to mislead the people. That's all. I just want you to mislead the people. You mislead them.
What's
a little.
misleading though?
You
And
make
why
it
are you
sound
trying
like
to
you
break
get a
down
lot-
my self-esteem?
I'm not at all.
Okay, wait,
You're
now I
wonderful.
wanna-
Hold on. I just want to make this known.
No,
You're
don't
amazing.
you dare cut her off.
Yo. We're not- that was good. That was smooth.
I do get like yeah, they're not fucking 10s. Maybe they're not fucking 9s. Maybe they're not 8s. But yo, there's some
No,
some
I'm not
hot
denying
7s,
that.
strong 7s in there that I
No,
fucking
definitely some strong 7s.
Yeah.
No, I'm proud of you. I'm just talking shit. You do your
yeah.
thing.
You know,
What were
now
gonna
I'm
say?
starting to hear was it IUD?
What?
The IUD.
What the fuck's an IUD? Like
IED?
the thing you-
IUD is
like the birth control thing?
Yeah, birth control.
They all say these days too. Yeah.
They say what?
I got an IUD.
I don't hear that shit.
Yeah. Oh.
How do you not
hear
hear
that
that?
shit?
Yeah, because they don't want your kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You know that's
They
probably
say
a lie.
IUD. I say
when
say
girls
less.
say they have an IUD, that's a birth control. So
Can we
she's
put that on
basically
a
saying-
shirt?
She's basically saying like, "Yo, I have birth control, so we're good." Like if you were to like, yeah,
So nut in. So
basically.
you nutting in a lot of girls these days.
Yo, it's IUD. Say less.
Wow. why Jacob is he's fucking pumping his fist over here.
I don't know. It's like back to the gambling. I love gambling, and it's like a gamble. It's like
The
I got a
gambling's
baby mom, so
crazy.
I got a baby mom.
Hey, go ahead.
Who was one of the rappers that you met that you were like, "Oh shit, I'm that guy." Like you're that gangster
Yeah, when
rapper
you
you,
were like-
wish you were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There wasn't one. Well, there's been a lot recently.
But I'm saying though, like, who was the one you were more like, oh, geeking out about?
fuck, I don't know. We met a lot. The coolest person I ever that I met was 342 Doug, Yo Gotti. But because people don't know that Yo Gotti's also has a label CMG.
Yeah.
So you walk into don't take a piss break right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just putting this down.
You walk into
Yeah.
we would walk into the studio and it's like Dr. Dre, bro. Like everybody's partying in the studio. Like everyone's partying. There's bitches, there's women. There's guys like just raging, and then you have Yo Gotti who's like sitting there like listening to the music like a motherfucking gangster, like sitting there like this, like everyone gets quiet, and then he'll say, "Yo, run that shit back and do it this way." Like it was the most baller shit I've ever seen.
What? When did this happen?
When I lost 10,000 to 42 Doug in 1-on-1.
Okay. Okay. And
So,
you had
yeah.
to pay up.
Yeah, I paid up. It sucked.
Yeah.
But I've met a lot of rappers. I want to meet Lil Baby. Like, I love Lil Baby. I met Dub Baby at Balenciaga in Miami. He didn't want to talk to me. That's kind of
He rejected you, bro, like the Colorado.
He rejected me hard as fuck. But yeah, I met a lot of guys. But 42 Doug has been real as fuck with us and invited us to a lot of shit. So
I got a question. So what's the plan moving forward with Steve? Do you have a clear?
No, bro, but that's the thing is, like, we've never had a plan. We just keep like, the plan is just to always upload dope content and just take it day by day.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything with Steve but take it day by day. And if you try to, things will change. And the greatest thing about Stevewilldoit is he takes care of his people.
Yeah.
Like, if you're on Stevewilldoit, you work with Stevewilldoit, you're Stevewilldoit's guy, he makes sure you're taken care of. And bro, to be honest, he's the realest one I've ever met in this industry. He's taken care of me, and he's made me who I am. So I love that motherfucker.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love
think
him,
you
man.
could be the same.
What's that?
You should say the same.
No, it's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate to that. He's one of the only people that I've met personally that I've really become like genuine friends with outside
That's
of
what I'm
all
saying.
the shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's tough, but
And I like my favorite style of content.
my favorite
like,
content is to do shit with you and him.
Yeah. I
You know?
love it,
It's
man.
fun because it's real. We keep
And-
it 100. Same, but like, I love doing shit with Nelk too. But and Nelk's fun as fuck. But like with Steve just like, I don't know. It's more vloggy.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, like all my content that I make, even like this kind of stuff that I enjoy the most, which is this podcast.
You
shit,
just film everything.
It's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe we do a little skit stuff here or there, have fuck around, have fun, but like
Nothing
is
we
the
do
best
is
kind
skit.
of content. What?
What do we do that's ever skit?
Well, the stuff we were filming with Noelle earlier, like fuck around.
What's fake about that?
She doesn't actually fuck with you like that.
I know. I couldn't tell. Was that for the camera or what? What the fuck are you laughing at?
No, like that. We did a skit like it. She doesn't actually fuck with you like that.
That was for the camera.
Why would you break his heart?
No, but
No,
that was
no.
for the camera. Like,
That's
she
what I'm
brings it to the
saying.
camera,
That's like
she's
a little skit.
She's like directing it. No, she's like directing it. Like, yo, I'm gonna act like I don't fuck with you on
No.
camera.
No, because we talk about it like just off camera too. We're
Oh,
like,
you do?
Yeah.
She says what?
you're you're the homie. It's not a
Nice.
problem.
So she's friend zoned.
I mean, it is what it is, dude.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm just saying. I
It's
like
not even that
my,
bad.
my favorite type
to
of
be
content is that type of content. Even the content that I get to make with you, with Steve, with everything.
Yeah,
It's just like
Steve.
we really just have fun doing it.
We
And
did a
that's the-
video. I don't know when this is coming out, but we're doing a video. It's coming out Monday. One of my favorites I've ever done with Nelk. We did a fake wedding, which we wanted you to be at. But Sophia Franklin, who fucking fucked my life up for like straight up like a week, bro. I was like depressed. You saw the video.
Yeah, was she there?
She was there, and we had another scene. It was like a makeout scene. And like, dude, she's very sweet. I don't want to get that twisted. She's very sweet. I feel like what was done to her was very wrong. Call Her Daddy makes $60 million, 3 years,
Yeah.
$20 million a year, right?
Yeah.
What she doesn't get nothing of that, which I think is unfair and wrong.
Yeah.
But she's not the nicest person to me, and I don't know if it's because of that video or what it's because. But we did that Nelk video, and it was really fucking fun filming it because Kyle's just funny, bro. And like, Kyle was marrying her, like he was marrying her,
So stupid.
and we were pranking the best man. Like the best man, like was some random kid, and Kyle was like, "Yo, I have no friends. I want you to be my best man."
Wait.
So they paid the best man to be the best man, and he thought he was pranking all us, but we all knew what the fuck was good with him.
So you were pranking the kid. Did the kid know who Nelk was?
No.
Okay.
Complete
Okay.
random, bro. It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
So some kid thought he was getting paid to
To be Kyle's best man. And he's
some random guy's best man.
he's just being pranked to look like a fucking idiot. Like, bro, and like he had like a condition where his arm had to be like this
Wait.
the whole time, and he kept character the whole time, and his arm was just like this. Like,
Wait. But he
dude,
didn't,
I can't even explain it. It was the fucking
he didn't
most
actually
nuts-
have that condition though.
No, he fucking could have hooped with us at the fucking 24-hour fitness later, but he like was this guy for a while, like just like had a fucking broken wrist for some reason.
What the fuck? Dude?
I don't know. It was
Who
crazy.
thought of this shit?
I don't know, but we filmed that, and it was like filming with Kyle was funny as fuck. He's just
Yeah.
so funny to me. But Yeah, Sophia Franklin was back, and
She doesn't really fuck with you.
No, she doesn't fuck with me at all. I want to let that be known. Like, she does not fuck with me.
Damn.
So people were asking me if I ever hit. I did not ever hit. She doesn't fuck with me.
Do people really ask you that? They really think you hit?
Yeah, which is fucked up because when they actually think that I'm getting that kind of pussy and I have to deny.
I don't think anyone really thought that.
No,
though.
I swear to God, at every Happy Dad meetup, bro, they're like, yo, I know you hit off camera. And I'm like, yo, I did not. Fuck you.
yeah.
Sucks, but yeah, it didn't happen. She's really hot. She's beautiful, but yeah, she's a bitch. I fucking hate her.
Yo, what the fuck? Okay. Oh my God. Have you ever had that? Because I know that people ask me dumb shit about like Noelle. Have I ever hit blah blah blah? Have you ever got asked about Noelle in person?
I actually haven't. No, but people are like, every time I see somebody like at the Happy Dad meetups, it's all Nelk fans.
Yeah.
So they follow like everybody, right? Like
Yeah.
they watch all my shit, they watch all Gabe's shit, they watch everybody's shit, and they're like, "Yo, bro, we're really pulling for you with Noelle." Like, I'm serious. Like, so there's pressure from other people that think that I'm actually gonna get this, and I'm not. It's not even about me anymore. It's about them.
Yeah, but I don't know why you ever
And
made
she's
her
just
think
so.
that.
She's just so like someone's got to talk to her.
Dude,
like-
you're
she's like-
so stupid.
She's like
You're
obviously
so
not
stupid.
looking.
Stares
She's
at
like
me like somebody got to talk
no.
to
Well,
her.
she's not weighing at the pros and cons here. Like, there's a lot of pros like to being with me and like
Yeah. Okay.
you know like where
name one.
Why
Name
is that?
two. Name two of them.
Okay, you'll get in Stevewilldoit videos.
Okay.
So you'll
That's a plus.
You'll get your clout, and then you get to live in Miami in a nice condo.
Oh, but those pluses,
pros.
those are
Two pros.
Those
Two
pluses
big pros.
are Steve's pluses.
But Steve's pluses that are benefited by being associated with me.
Yeah, that's true.
So she's just like, I don't know if she's not thinking right now, or maybe she's going.
I have
through
a
some
question.
Shit. Yeah.
Are you ever gonna do your own thing?
I've never really thought about that, to be
Yeah.
honest, because like YouTube's such a fucking grind.
Yeah.
Such a fucking grind, bro. Like, I feel like I put in so much effort into Steve's channel as it is.
Yeah.
That I couldn't even imagine putting some shit like that. People actually hit me up and want me to do my own shit, but
Like people in the DM saying you should make your YouTube or
we're
whatever.
just commenting on my shit. But like with the podcast, like I love doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast is lit. It's a way where I can be myself and fucking like do some
The
content.
best content.
Yeah, podcast is the best content. But I love filming with Steve, dude, and I love doing his channel. And like, his channel was the first thing that I got really, 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 really passionate about.
Yeah.
And we set out a goal to make him the biggest YouTuber in the world, and we haven't reached that goal. So once we reach that goal, then we can go from there.
Yeah. Makes sense. What's your relationship like with Steve's mom?
Why do you ask me that?
I'm just curious.
I love Mary Beth at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
It wasn't a loaded question. I swear to God. I just know you guys are all close.
She chirps me from here to there. Like,
Yeah, she does.
what's this fucking first class? What's this fucking first class charge that you got here, Steiny, you motherfucker? I'm like 4 days no sleep. Like, yo, Steve said that I could do this, you know. But Steve's mom's a huge part of the LLC.
Yeah.
Like, she's definitely part of us. And every time I've ever gone to Oviedo, like, I walk in there and she's like, "Hey, your room's ready."
Yeah.
Like, straight shit. Like,
And she always has food.
she always has food,
Oh
but
my
she always
God.
has like a room for me prepared. Like, she treats me like a king when I go there, which is fucking amazing. But yeah, she comes at me sometimes.
She does.
What are these sneaky charges? And I'm like, yo, they're not me. Like, that's not for me. Like, maybe in one upgrade or two upgrades here or there.
You're such a fucking...
There might be one upgrade on a red eye
my
that I had
God.
to get first class for.
I wish people, honestly, part of in my brain, because I know and I see everything, like, I wish we could show a little more, some things, because there's so much
Well, I think
funny
that's what
shit.
they want to see with if I did my own thing, it would be like, yo, like, let's watch Steiny do his role and shit. And it'd just
Yeah.
be fucking nuts, but...
You're like that in some of my stuff, but, like, there's so much stuff that's so funny, dude, that never gets filmed.
Yeah, but
Like, there's so
why is
many
that?
moments.
Because Jacob's not camera ready, or...
Well, sometimes it just happens, dude. Because that's the thing, the best part about this content that I've realized, like,
Bro,
it
I
really
want to
is
let
just-
everybody know right now that watches fucking Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever other big show. What other big show is there?
I don't even, that kind of bullshit.
That kind of bullshit. You watch fucking Stevewilldoit LLC Uncensored with Bradley Martyn and Jacob there. It's going to be fucking 10 times more
That
entertaining.
shit is
like,
so funny, dude.
It's a fucking great
I
chaos
wish.
24/7, and it's like the best content you can get. Unfortunately, we don't have a cameraman or we can't do all that, but it's fucking crazier.
Yeah,
That's what
I wish, do you think, on that note at the end there, do you think, like, we'll ever get to a point where, like, more, like, dark shit or fucked up shit is more accepted?
ever in comedy again? Maybe
I
not
think
from a
it should be.
YouTuber. I guess from like stand-up comedy, it's different when people do stuff like that.
I
But
think
from
it should
YouTube-
be, bro. I don't understand why. Like, it's all comedy, dude. Like, why
Yeah.
why can't we make jokes anymore? Like, why
Yeah.
is it so like, you know, like I wore a skirt to Kentucky Derby. I had to for this fucking Nelk prank or whatever bet, and
Yeah.
like I'm wearing a fucking skirt. And in Kentucky, like I'm getting dirty ass looks from people.
Yeah,
I do
it's
that
fucking
shit in
funny.
LA, and I'm like a fucking hero. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
like there's levels to this shit, and I don't understand like why we can't just like fuck around, bro. It's
Yeah, I
like, come
know.
on.
Dark humor.
Yeah.
It's like if you can't take a joke or you're too sensitive these days, then you're not prepared for the real world. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna
It's
say.
weird though. It feels like there's a vast majority of people who agree with this thing, but like it's scary being a creator and just kind of like doing it because you're worried about like the smaller percent being like the most vocal and being like,
Well,
fuck
look
you,
at it,
you're
dude.
wrong.
People want to cancel you and bring you down. There's a saying or a quote that I saw from this lady, and it's like everybody wants you to be successful until you're successful,
Yeah.
and once you get there, they just want to tear you down.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. Like there's people out there that probably now just want to find a reason to cancel you,
Oh, of
cancel
course.
Steve, cancel anybody.
Yeah, it's a frustrating thing, that's for sure. And the worst part about it is, I think it's almost like the first person who gets to the internet with like nonsense, like they just run the narrative, they can control the narrative, and it's like it's not always necessarily the truth.
Oh
man.
yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
That's
Think
what's
about
frustrating.
it. You take a minute clip, and you take 15 seconds of that clip, and you post it, but the other 45 seconds talks about the whole situation. They're only going to take the 15 seconds that they saw and run with it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a quote from Snoop Dogg that I want to show you, but I don't know if can we pop it up or no?
You can just say, I mean, what's the quote? Do you know it?
I'm gonna play it right now.
Okay, play it. But yeah, I think we've gotten to a place, especially with social media, where
Here's
it's
the Snoop Dogg quote.
yeah, go for it.
What's happening? Oh, lyrics given the climate of what's happening today with women's empowerment, and be like, damn, that was kind of fucked up that I said
Nope.
that.
Nope, hell no. That was me. I love every motherfucking man. Fuck them hoes.
Man,
Straight
stop,
up.
man.
Fuck a
Snoop,
bitch.
don't say
And he goes on, and that's the 15 seconds that was posted. And I went and looked at that clip, and the rest of the minute, he's like, "No, that's not me now. I don't agree with that now. 30 years ago in 1980,
Yeah.
when that was acceptable, that's what I was saying."
Yeah.
So that's just an example.
Yeah,
of,
people
like,
people spin. I mean, people, and it's also just like you get one side of a story, and then even if you said like and if there was another side, you don't even know who's gonna see it and how much they're gonna watch of it, and it's just the internet just allows for a lot of stuff to be like super fucking misconstrued
For
and
sure.
like pulled out of proportion, and oftentimes it's for the benefit of someone else. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
of
a
course.
lot of people come out of the way to talk the shit. They do it because it's in benefit of their own interest in like getting engagement or getting followers or getting views.
Bro, people
and
are
I've
just
dealt with that
about it.
so much, man.
It's so fucked, but people want the clout, and when you do, unfortunately, sometimes you got to do negative shit to get the clout.
Yeah.
right?
It's just frustrating to me that there's people who do negative shit to get the clout and then try to make themselves like
They're the victim.
they're the victim. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who like, oh, I'm doing
You're a
good. And,
mastermind if you could do
and
that.
they're like, but use my code. It's like, yo,
Why?
what the
Who did that?
people do that, man.
Who did that to you?
I've dealt with that shit so many times, so many different ways on the internet.
Yeah, something
Like
that
where
I've
it's just
done, bro,
it's a common thing. Like if someone could put a name in a title or say this or that, then they'll do it because it can get them something. It can get them more sales. It can get them more views.
Well, I got to tell you right now, when they started to ask me to do the podcast and shit, like when Kyle, he pretty much gave me a chance to do the podcast, him
Yeah.
and Bob, and it changed my life, and it's been great for me. But the one thing, like that's been, dude, the podcast, for the Full Send podcast has changed everything for me. Like it's been amazing. That
Yeah.
and Steve has just fucking changed my entire life, and I love doing it. But one thing that I favor, like being in Miami, is, bro, you're away from all this LA drama bullshit. I've never gotten involved in all that bullshit. Don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about all these influencers or what the fuck they're doing. Like, we just do our own thing,
Yeah.
bro. And we fucking link with Kodak Black. We fucking link with Lil Durk. We link with the president of the U.S.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do fake ass shit to go viral on the internet.
Yeah.
And I think that we do shit the right way and the cool way.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
that's what I have to say about that, because I know those fake ass bullshit. You know, I don't want to say names because I don't want to battle with people. But like,
yeah.
fuck, I can't right now. But you know, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. It's a lot of bullshit.
So there's two ways to do things, and I think we're doing things the right way, and especially you too.
Yeah. Yeah. I
By having
appreciate
me on here and like Natalie, was
it.
good.
Yeah.
Jacob over there, hood on, having me over here. I got a podcast.
Jacob
Noel's
might
video.
shoot you, dude.
I know Jacob might shoot me.
I kind of love that narrative. It's so funny.
It's so true.
Well,
You grabbed that from
what are
the-
you guys doing next? And I
Well-
gotta tell you, bro, like My 2 favorite things in life: Full Send podcast, Stevewilldoit LLC, Stevewilldoit LLC with Bradley, Martyn, and Jacob. Even though Jacob, like, you won't get Jacob a hotel. Bradley won't get Jacob a hotel. When they come and visit Miami, we have 5 fucking people staying in a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're living the good life, but we have 5 bodies in a 2-bedroom because Brad won't get Jacob a fucking room. He smells like shit, and, like, there's a chance he might kill all of us in our sleep. And he's just fucking sleeping on the couch. So it's not fair to the roommates, first of all. Mm-hmm. But also, like, come on, bro. Like, he works hard. Like, get him a hotel room one time. Bro, and I know you're about to come back to Miami, so put him in a hotel room. You don't want to cuddle? No, I don't. I want my space. He told me how much. I'm the only one that's fucking consistently getting foot traffic in that bitch.
So what?
What are you talking about? I'm the only one pulling in there.
No, you're not.
I am. Jacob has seen my girls.
Confirm. Back at that.
Partly.
It slows down when there's fucking 5. She's got to go through like a fucking. She's got to like be a snake and like there's like 4 guys over here, like dude in a towel over here, guy passed out over here, like trash everywhere. It's like I'm not gonna bring anybody there.
Dude, it's really funny.
I'm paying
well, my question to that though is like, why don't you motherfuckers clean that shit? Because he says
there's 5 fucking people in there, bro.
I cleaned it.
That motherfucker cleans
his
shit.
I know. I love Jacob. Jacob's a great kid.
Cleaned it and came back a day later, fucked up.
Yeah, man. You can't blame that on Jacob, man. It sounds like a you thing. Okay, so we got Jacob. We special guest Audible, special guest Jacob.
Like super last minute.
So
hop
here's the deal. Jacob has been around Steiny a lot, like because I see Steiny in a certain light always, right? Normally it's with Steve, and we're like rushing to try and get something done, or he's stressed out, or he's like fucking stressing, or me and Steve are like talking shit about him, maybe something like that. But you see Steiny in a completely different light, like 100% completely different. Like
because I imagine you see him every now and then, like when we film and stuff and like kick it, but I see Steiny like
every day and night, man.
Yeah, like I basically
but I fuck with Jacob too.
Heavy.
Yeah,
like, but I also will fuck with him.
What do you mean? Like what? Like how?
Like
sexually?
No, not like sexually, you fucking weirdo.
Well, I didn't know you guys in the same.
Okay.
He'll be on
I've got some good ones, dude.
Yeah, but like,
can I tell the story? It's about Gabe.
Sure, but he'll be like also on the couch and like I'm fucking clapping and like there's fucking thin walls.
Yeah, okay. There's been a couple times
that's happened. For sure.
No, there's a couple times there's been.
We've had Batty. Can you confirm how hot they are?
So when I stay with Steve, I don't like. Obviously, I stay at your place. So like you said, we're with Alex.
Steve's in the penthouse.
Yeah, Steve's in the penthouse. Brad's in the penthouse. Then there's me. There's Judd. There's Alex. There's Nick, and then there's Steiny. So imagine 5
Who's
dudes.
the king of that?
What of what? Of what?
Like who kind of runs the show?
I guess Steiny does. We'll just say that.
Yeah, that's right.
But
that's right, Judd, you bitch.
That's comedy to me.
So imagine 5 dudes in a 2-bedroom apartment or a condo, and I'm basically Judd sleeping in an inflatable mattress. I remember when we got to the crib, it was like 5 a.m, and everyone was there. Judd, like right when you walk in, there used to be an editing table for Alex, and that was just completely gone. I was like, what the hell? Where is everything?
Yeah.
And also, like, right when I walked in, the entire condo looked like a tornado went through it. Like, there's, like, shit everywhere. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. I walk in, there's an inflatable mattress where the editing table used to be. And Judd is sleeping in the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I walk in. And Nick and Alex are cuddling in the bed.
They're not like cuddling.
They're not cuddling, but they're just sharing a bed. And I go in Steiny's room and just laid out in his room. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty crazy. But the fact that there's 5 dudes in a 2-bedroom condo.
I want to say this before we continue these stories. All you guys are hard fucking workers.
Yeah,
and I know that. I know that without a doubt.
And I wanted to talk about that because all 5 of us know how lucky we are to be where we are, and we'll do whatever it takes to get to where we want to be. So
yeah.
We're cool with 5 people, which is a lot of people in a fucking place that's this big. We don't give a fuck because we're fucking not sleeping. We're all grinding. Like, it's fucking dope.
Yeah, I think that's the craziest thing, too, is that, like...
Even though, like, there's some of us who, like, I think deserve a little bit more respect, who've been there for a little longer, you know what I mean? Like, than Jacob's. Jacob's a new cameraman. Judd's been there for a couple months. All I know
Jacob's
is,
kind of OG now.
He's an OG, but it's like, have I had chicks in there or not?
A little bit. Have I?
Have you heard me bang?
I've heard Steiny. Yeah, I was actually going to get back to that. But
anyway. Okay, now let's get into it.
How bad
was she? To get into it. How out
Sports
of 10?
Illustrated top 10
out of 10.
Since I've been working with Brad for over a year, like I've been to Miami a couple times, and I've heard Steiny clap cheeks maybe like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you're not always
But
there.
I'm not always there.
Okay,
too,
how
but-
now let's dog him out right now. How long does it normally last?
Yo, what?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
dude.
it's
I'm not
fine.
keeping
It's a good
track.
question.
No, it's a great question.
'Cause I put in work on
You
that.
put in work? work?
I mean, it sounds like he's fucking slapping cheeks in there, so I'll give him that.
For a
But-
while.
For a little bit.
Let's go, baby. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
I'll
talking
give him
about.
that. I'll give him
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. I love that
But
shit.
I'm also like Jacob. I hope that like that's like motivation for you. Like you can be
Okay,
there one
dude.
day.
Steiny just likes to cap all the time and act like I don't get girls, but realistically, it's just like, buddy, come on.
he's
Like I
been
do. Here
he's
and there.
been moving up. Like
No, he's a
heavily.
he's a good hard worker, bro.
No, but they're actually because, like, the only reason why I don't pull girls in Miami, there's like one main reason is because like I'm in the living room.
No, I get it. I get
You
it.
know, like how am I?
But
gonna
I've heard some shit about you.
I did.
What'd you hear?
I heard he had a girl come over once. He got top and she left.
Yeah.
That's
That's
lit.
a fucking
That's a
accomplishment
fucking- yeah,
in
that's-
that circumstance.
That's an A+ graded
Well,
test.
there's been 2 times.
Who were
actually.
they?
Just randoms. Tinder. Shout out Tinder.
Dude, that's fucking amazing.
No, but
Dude,
there's been a couple times. There's been 2 times I was in Miami, and I did hook up with 2 different girls off of Tinder, and they were actually everyone was there. Everyone was there, so all the rooms were taken, and I smacked cheeks on the couch
on the couch.
at like 2:30 in the morning.
That's fucking.
I did. And the
That's
second time I got top.
dedication, dude.
But you weren't even here, and
this-
your room was open. And I still didn't do it in your room.
This guy probably just
Well, I
got done
appreciate that,
editing,
But you
and
know,
like
if you did that, you'd be dead, man. So
Yeah, that's why I respect it.
don't do that.
If you have sex in your homie's bed, like without asking, I think that's kind of fun.
someone did that to
I
me.
did that in
once.
Alex's room.
That's weird.
How fucked is that?
Someone did that.
That's
It's
really
fucked up.
fucked.
Someone did that
That's
to me
fucked,
once.
bro.
Can we all agree on that? Like, if someone did that, like,
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. And
I
I don't
would
even know
like-
why I'm
I'm-
telling you this, but like shit went. Okay, so I was with the
Oh.
chick.
dude.
I was with the chick. We were coming back from Mr. Jones. It was fucking lit. She was looking
Uh-huh.
bad. Chick that I really wanted hit me up and was like, "Yo, I'm actually at your condo complex. I'm gonna meet you in the lobby."
Okay.
So I meet her in the lobby. She's like with her friend and shit. And then I just like was so tired. I was like, "Yo, I'm going to bed. Like, fuck you." And I go to bed in Alex's room, and they go to bed in my bed. And then I invited over the chick that I was with at Mr. Jones, and she came, fucked her in Alex's bed.
Does Alex know this?
Yeah, he was really heated, but it was like,
I would
bro,
get heated.
what's the big deal?
Because
You're
think
fucking-
about it,
you're-
dude. You're
But
Your
like you
juices
can
and
clean your
shit,
shit,
you know,
dude.
like you're.
Like you can clean your shit, and he just has the bigger room either way.
Yeah.
It's
But
just a slight sign of disrespect.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
just
bit.
like-
it's like, dude, I fucking sleep. This is
Like,
my
Yeah,
It'd
but
be
it's all,
different.
yeah, but you
spot,
know what?
dude.
It's
Like, I
also like,
sleep
yo,
here.
who's top dog in here?
Okay. It'd be different if right after you did it, let's say you grabbed all the covers and like was like, "Yo, I already got it in the laundry."
No,
Bet.
she said IUD fucking finish inside of her.
Yeah, but
Jesus Christ, save the mess.
Yeah. Well,
save
hold
the
on.
cleanup in the cum rag.
But I'm saying like it's not that part. I'm talking about like after the fact, clean it up. You gotta be like, "Yo, I fucked a girl in your bed,
Nah, I
bro."
didn't-
You know, it's fucked up. It's super
I
fucked
didn't
up.
clean up shit. I just
I don't
told
know,
him
dude.
like, yo, by the way,
Like,
sorry,
clean
this
that up,
happened
bitch.
last night.
That's
And
fucked.
Alex was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why is that okay? And I'm like, dude, I don't know.
That's
I think,
exactly
you
what
think
Alex would
that's
say.
a valid reason to like.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Alex
Is that
would
a
say.
valid reason to like throw hands with your friend, with your homie?
I think so, man. At
No,
least
I would
but
get
then
a
that's
little-
a
I would get a
bond
little
that we
heated.
have because if he's told me, yo, he did that in my room, I'd dap him up and be like, bro, I'm glad you got yours. Like,
yeah.
good
Okay,
shit.
Steiny. So if I told you that I had sex in your bed,
No,
would you
you're
get
not
mad?
allowed because I don't have that bond with you.
But like, what if I did?
But
No,
that's how you
then I
build
would
a
kill.
bond.
He did.
No, you did not.
He did.
Then you will never be in 3603.
I love it.
So let me know now.
I'm just fucking with you. No, but yeah, getting back to like how there's 5 dudes in the 2 condo apartment is kind of crazy, and like usually it wouldn't be
Do
acceptable.
people listen to these whole pods when they're
Yeah,
over,
bro.
when they're like 3 hours even?
Yeah, why would they not? I mean, they can come back to it. They don't got to be like right onto it.
People's favorite one was 3 hours. and
It's
they
so
were
funny because
still
we didn't even
comment about
dove
it.
into the crazy shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Can
how
we
much
even
can you actually talk
can we
about?
talk to 6IX9INE or no?
That's what I was going to ask you. Hi. Me again. Quick interruption. Shout out to one of our sponsors, Cushy Dreams. They make pre-rolls, CBD and Delta 8. They taste fucking amazing. They smell great. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was impressed with the packaging. They had these like cool little pop-out ones. And this is the first one that I smoked, which was Peace. And it like I swear to you, I promise to you, I smoked this pretty much half the joint because I'm really lightweight when it comes to smoking in general. But I smoked half of it and like legit went to bed. And I was having like kind of trouble earlier that day, kind of like my mind was racing. I felt good. But the cool thing about these is like the pre-rolls come with like, there's different, this one is Create. Apparently there's one for energy, there's one for sleeping, it says Dream. But yeah, the packaging is beautiful. It smells fucking good. It has a very, very small amount of THC in it. So I tried it. I had to smoke like half of it to be like, is this going to get me high at all? It didn't. It did relax me though. Shout out to the CBD content. But yeah, give it a shot. If you guys want to get some for yourself, I'm just curious where the Gains one is. Like, can they make one for me that just says Gains, Cushy Dreams Gains? Like, you take it before the gym?
I mean, if you want me to reach out to them and ask them, maybe.
Tell them we need a Gains one.
Maybe like a pump one.
Yeah, Pump. That's
Yeah,
what it should be called. It
it
should
should
be
be
called
called
Cushy
Pump.
Dreams Pump. Because that's the one that I'd be like, yo, let me blow this before the gym and get a crazy pump. Because honestly, that's one of my favorite things in the world to do. I'm not even gonna lie. But if you guys go to cushydreams.com, use promo code RAWTALK for 25% off your order. Smoke your CBD and Delta 8 with promo code RAWTALK and get 25% off today. Again, cushydreams.com for 25% off your order. Again, go to cushydreams.com to get 25% off your order. And yeah, make sure you guys request them to make the pump product.
Yeah, cushydreams.com. KUSHYDREAMS.com. In case you didn't know how to
Facts.
spell that. You can't get high off of this because it's just CBD. There's
Well,
no
that's what I'm
THC.
trying to do.
It's like 0.3 THC.
Listen, I'm going to smoke this whole thing and see if I get high. And then I could
You
be
should
like,
probably smoke like 5 of them then.
really? So in Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
Amazing place, amazing town, amazing people.
I can't
Some
wait to get
people,
back there tomorrow.
what? We're going back.
I'm going back tomorrow.
I'm going back too.
Are you on the red eye? Yo, did you book his shit?
No. He said either red eye or midday, depending on what
We'll
you
figure it out right after this
Red
pod.
eye.
Tonight?
So there's great people there. There's some people there who can't get into certain places,
Sure.
like Live, or like anywhere else, but specific places they can get in.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking about Danny. I'm talking about 6IX9INE. How did that like relationship come to fruition for Steve and for you?
Him and Steve, this is back in May 2021. What is it? Is it 2022?
It was 2021 last year.
No,
we
is it
did
2022 right now?
Yeah.
The hell? Okay, so this is like May 2021, and bro, we just moved down there, and I don't even know if we were fully down there, but I remember Adrian, me, and Steve, and Nelson. This was Nelson's first day on the job, who we have now
Shout
hired.
out fucking Nelson.
Shout out
He's a
Nelson.
soldier.
He's a
Nelson's
warrior.
the hardest worker.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking, he was our Uber driver that day. I called the Uber, and I started talking to him, and I was like, yo, do you know who Stevewilldoit is? He was like, no, bro, I don't. And I was like, all right, bro, well, you're going to get to know him. And I told him, I was like, yo, dude, we're going up to this guy's place, and I don't want anybody to know where we are. So I want you to cancel the Uber, and I'm going to give you cash. And he was like, all right, cool. And so Nelson's the best, man. And so we go up to 6IX9INE's house. Brad, I don't know if you were there, but we went and filmed with 6IX9INE, and that was the first time I ever met him. And so I was kind of like nervous and didn't know what to expect. And dude, like,
Was this when we were playing video games?
yeah, I think it was we playing video games and like the
Did
couch
he cook the
and shit.
steak that time, or
Yeah,
was it prior?
yeah,
Okay, I remember
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I was there.
yeah. So we like ate food, like chilled, like filmed and feeling each other out type shit. And it went really well. Like Steve and 6IX9INE had a good relationship, and there was no bullshit there. So we started filming with 6IX9INE frequently after that, and it just like, dude, he just got more and more comfortable on camera. Like it was literally like 6IX9INE was like a part of like a character in the Stevewilldoit LLC.
Right.
That's how I looked at it. I looked at it as like,
Like me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you, we had our characters. I'd pop in, we'd have you, and then we'd have 6IX9INE.
Yeah.
And then Steve.
Yeah.
And so, we just started filming, and like 6IX9INE wasn't uploading music. And one thing that I kept talking to 6IX9INE about was I was like, bro, like, you gotta put fucking music out. Like,
Yeah.
we're here carrying your career a little bit. Not gonna say like music career and shit, but you know,
Where he was on the internet at the time.
at the time, yeah, he was like completely not posting, not doing nothing. Like he's not uploading on Instagram, he's not posting music, he's not doing anything. He's just filming with Stevewilldoit,
Yeah.
which is completely fine. But we want him to put music out because then he's viral. So we're benefiting while he's benefiting.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has this major platform and shit. And, you know, Steve took this guy fucking UFC, bought his family cars, bought him a whip,
Yeah.
you know, he took care of him. And, like, Danny took care of us. Like, 6IX9INE was real with us. I'm not going to ever deny that. Like, he was good with us, too. And then it just got to a point where like he dropped his track, right? He dropped Gine. And I remember we were in Mexico, and we had just filmed a whole video. We went to this place, had dinner. He was fucking wildin', so fucking funny. He was lit. And on the plane back, we were on a PJ.
Right.
And I talked to him one-on-one, and I was like, yo, bro, I really think that we can do something here. I think that you becoming this charitable, giving money back to, people in need, whether it's in Mexico.
This is after he gave the pesos away in Mexico.
Yeah,
I saw the
which
video.
was Steve's money.
Yeah.
Was it like, how much was that?
$1 million is like 50,000, right?
Yeah, it was like 80,000 US,
okay.
which is a lot of money
Yeah.
for people, especially if you're living in a fucking shack, which no one should ever
100%.
have to fucking live in. It
Bro,
was-
that's like 8-9 years of work in Mexico.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's a
which
lot.
is fucking
It's fucking crazy.
believable.
Wait, so-
by the way, that there's families that have to grow up in that fucking shit, and that's why we go and do this shit, and that's why Steve does this shit. He gives away all of his own money. You see people that are fucking struggling like this. You guys want to go out there and hate on fucking Steve, and he's changing people's lives who have no choice. And that's one thing that always fucking rattled me, and I'm gonna get fired up about it right now. When you have this dumb motherfucker who has the late night show, Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
Brendan Marshall, like, yo, do your fucking research, bro. Like, you want to talk shit. Steve's fucking taking people out of the slumps, giving them an opportunity to live a real life.
Yeah.
Like, that's nobody else but him. That's his money out of his fucking pocket. I go and get that money from his account. So you guys are fucking idiots to talk shit on a guy that's that charitable.
Yeah, it's a
doing
little
real shit.
It's a little fuck because like Steve could just make that money and just keep making.
He could
that
go
money
buy another
and
whip.
just keep-
He could go do some
and
other
not only
shit.
that, buy another house, buy another anything. I mean, it's not like he's hard on making money, and he doesn't have to give that money
but
away.
one thing that like gets me like emotional and fired up is when you hate on him. You where were we at on Thanksgiving? Compton, giving out turkeys.
Yeah.
Fucking giving out money. Like, we've gone to Compton, we've gone to fucking Opelika. We've done a lot of shit for a lot of different people, whether you're black, Mexican, white. So that shit, when I see that and then I hear people talking negative, it really pisses me off.
Well, this is what it comes down to, man. This is the fact, right? You talk about this Brandon guy. It's like maybe he didn't know that. And the thing that always fucks me up is the internet drama and like going like, oh, I can get some clicks out of here, I can get some views out of here, I can get some engagement, without really understanding the full thing. We were talking about this. It makes sense for someone like that to be like, let me put this controversial thing on my podcast and use one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform's name on my podcast. And you can go look at the views. The views speak for themselves. You go, look, Stevewilldoit, talking about Stevewilldoit, the crazy amount of views in comparison to everything else. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that really fucks me up is like, I don't think the public understands how that really, really works at a level where like people are making real fucking money from talking shit or just like from including some sort of drama in their thing. People are making real money from this. And I don't think people understand it. Like, that's what's happening. They just hear the story and they see the story and they pick a side or whatever. But like, there's something to be said about the person who does no real understanding about an actual story about what actually could be happening in someone's life, and then spinning it to their own benefit and their own core audience and be like, yo, fuck this person.
I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm going to. And the biggest point that you're missing, and it's just because it's been on my mind. Like, you probably just haven't thought about it, but he went on that podcast, and the first thing that they said to him is, you need to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself on this and this, on different topics that didn't even pertain to the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to just put Steve on blast and fucking berate him for doing bullshit that isn't even relevant to the topic at hand. But what they're not doing, but by them saying educate yourself, they're not educated on what Steve does. We've done a whole bunch of shit for the black community, the Hispanic community, the white community, more than a lot of fucking people out there. So for anybody to come and talk some shit like on a guy like that, that means a lot to me, that I've seen firsthand, that you guys have seen firsthand.
Absolutely.
Do some real shit that people are afraid to do. Go to Compton, no fucking security, give turkeys out on Thanksgiving, give hundreds of thousands of dollars away in Mexico and in Compton and in Opelika and wherever the fuck else we've done it. It pisses me the fuck off. And Steve being a guy who's non-confrontational and just like wants to like really just let people know that support him, like, yo, you guys have it all twisted. You do have it all twisted. Like, Steve's the real fucking deal. We've seen him do it off camera too. How many times I've seen that guy give 10, 20,000 away off camera to people, valet people, fucking maids, everybody. Like, that's not fake. Like, that's real shit. And that's what differentiates him from a lot of people. So not to get too fired up about that.
No. I mean, it's got to be said, man. I support it because that's the thing. I think it's people, and like you're saying, everything is 100% true. I'm just saying it sucks because people on the outside will see these drama things, and it's like, damn, you really want to talk about how scummy someone could be? It's like, let's talk about the person who's trying to fucking drag someone else down to make themselves look better, or to like insert themselves into some conversation because you know you can get views about something. It's like, where are your actual morals? Like, are your morals great and like? Or are you just trying to get views and money? And while you're trying to tear someone else down, and you don't even
100%.
know really what's going on behind the scenes.
Isn't it like, as an outside viewer, like you don't really see, but like a lot of people do speak on the negativity because you know it's going to spark some type of drama and get the clicks.
People love
You
that
know.
negativity.
So
man.
it's just a thing. I just want people to look at it from that perspective. Obviously, what happened was fucking lame, in my opinion. But at the same time, there's a whole layer to it that's even lamer, in my opinion, which is like, let me tear someone else down for my own benefit.
Oh yeah.
That's just the
Which
lamest
part are you
shit
talking
you could
about?
do,
Which
period.
part, though?
What's that?
Which part are you talking about?
Bringing him on the show and because like in the way they asked him questions
no
and the way it
intention.
wrapped around was
Yeah.
just very like, what?
No, we're gonna attack you.
Yeah.
And the real way to do something is give somebody an open platform and actually figure out what happened. But if you have an angle and you want to fucking put somebody on blast, like you said, negativity goes viral. Getting them something they don't want to say goes viral. And you know, I mean, me and Steve feel a type of way about that because, you know, he just went ahead and did that. I didn't know he was gonna do that. to be honest.
Yeah. No, I know.
But he went and did it, and you know, he was fucking 100% honest, and he was 100% himself. And the biggest takeaway I have is like when they're talking about the cutting the hair. You watch that thing?
Yeah.
I'm talking about cutting the hair, and he's like, "Yeah, I couldn't get this Fox Sports job. I didn't cut my dreads." And that's an issue with them. You know what I'm saying? That's an issue with Fox Sports. That's an issue with whoever. But when Steve is sitting there and he's like clueless and he's saying, "Why wouldn't they let you cut his hair?" That's him being real. Being like, "What the fuck does that have to do with anything?" And you're trying to pin him on something. So instead of saying, "Yo, go educate yourself," educate yourself and watch what we do, bro, because we really do this shit.
Yeah, I know.
And there's people out there that say, "Yo, dude," that have told us multiple times, "Yo, don't go to Compton. Don't fucking do that. Do it with 10 security. Make sure everybody has guns." No, we fucking go and we do real shit.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
I've
why I
been
got
there. I've
fired up
fucking
and
been
emotional
there.
because it's like you can't fucking hate on somebody for not being educated on something when you don't know jack shit about what you're talking about.
Yeah. But it's common. It's just common on the internet. It's like a common fucking practice from people. It's like, it doesn't surprise me at all that it happens. It's obviously unfortunate.
Yeah, 100%.
So that whole situation was fucking crazy.
Whole
to me, to be
situation's
honest.
done. Steve's gonna fucking strive. He's gonna continue to be Stevewilldoit. He's gonna crush it.
Is
That's
he
what
going to
does.
continue to work with Danny 6IX9INE?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
To be continued type of thing.
I don't think he will. And I don't really want to talk on that whole situation
For
because I
sure.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there or around at that time. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. And the thing about Stevewilldoit is Steve's gonna be Steve, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Steve pop up. He's gonna do crazy shit. He's gonna do funny shit. He's gonna be Steve. So
And we're going. I'm excited.
you can only
honestly.
expect him to go up in the future. That's
I'm
all
excited.
you can expect.
I've been away from Miami for so long now that I'm excited to go
Right,
back.
It's been
when
like
was the last time
2
you guys were
weeks,
there?
It
bro.
hasn't been that long, Brad.
It feels like it's been a long
literally
time. That's
been
like my
a
second
couple
home
days.
now.
It's wild because like we'll be out there for like 3-4 weeks and it goes like
that.
and like
Because
we've
it moves
done
so fast,
We
bro.
do
So
so much
fast.
shit.
But one thing that we've been doing, we don't go out anymore when you guys come down.
Never.
Ever. We
No,
gotta
never.
start going
I'm
out
s-
again.
No,
Yeah.
no, I like not going
Yeah,
out.
this guy needs to go
It's,
out.
No,
it's
no.
dope though. No, but it's kind of crazy. It's fun when we go out. Let's get fired up. No, but it's like when we go out though, it's actually kind of crazy because
I
like
know.
we all have like lack of sleep and we do so much shit in such little time. It's like you
Something
look back
about
at that
like having
blip,
a lack
like,
of
dude,
sleep and having a deadline, bro. Like I get a weird like natural high off of.
Yeah.
Like when I went to the club until
Yeah,
5
that's true.
a.m. and then I get a call from Stevewilldoit at 7:30 and says, "Yo, I need this, 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 and this by noon." Like it's just like
You get it.
It's like
natural
it's like a
fucking
love-hate,
adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
love-hate
but, like,
relationship.
and it's fucking addicting.
Whenever I get there, I just want to be in the fucking gym grind. I think that's
I'm
partly
all
why
in the gym. We're all in the gym. We go to
No.
elevation. Oh, we
Wait,
could say that.
Steiny, you go to the gym?
we can say
Yeah.
whatever. We can say whatever. But I'm saying like sometimes you're not like I'm not cool. Like we're not really all about like I'm not trying to go party all the time. I'm just not. I'm trying to fucking grind.
I'll never forget
I'm
that the
trying to
first time
fuck.
we ever went there.
I know you're trying to fuck. I'm trying to.
I'm trying to get laid, man.
I'm trying
Have
to
a
get
good time,
lean, baby.
I'm
trying
trying to have a
make
good time,
these
and then
gains.
maybe get laid if it comes with it.
We have to go just plan a bunch of crazy shit again.
Yeah.
We
Like-
used to do crazy shit,
like
bro. But
crazy shit.
that's back when the producer was.
Well, hold on. No, I think it's gonna get crazier.
we swam with sharks, fool. We did some crazy shit.
I think it's gonna get crazier though.
Huh?
Just after some news I heard today, I think it's gonna get even crazier.
Well,
I just
it will be.
just some things.
It always
I'm
does
just
be
excited to
crazy.
go to Miami, like really fucking excited.
All right, well, let's book the flights. Natalie, you got to book those.
Yeah. But yo, I
Is
appreciate
there anything
you.
I didn't touch on?
Yeah, no, you did a great job, man. You did.
This isn't really a side of me I've ever shown, so usually I'm a shithead and I fuck around.
You're
and
always a
I
still
shithead.
are a shithead,
Always a
man.
shithead.
It's just
But
like-
you're,
That's who I
but
am.
bro, I want to say this. I want to say this so it's always on camera. I admire your work ethic. I appreciate what you do, and I know that it's valuable. And yeah, I think you're a great guy, man.
Look at
Thank
Steiny like low key trying not to cheese right now.
Well, I know,
Nah,
you know,
but, I mean-
you have moments and shit. All of us have moments, but I do appreciate your effort.
I'm a
man.
crazy motherfucker.
I know.
And, but I keep it real and I work hard.
You do.
And me moving to Miami created that crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, well, once you started getting the chains, it got fucked up.
Yeah, once we moved to Miami, it was game over. Monster is out.
It's actually
Yeah.
kind of dope though. I actually do admire that too about you. Like,
All right,
I
all right.
no,
That's
no,
it.
no,
Thank
listen,
you guys.
listen.
Yeah,
how many
you're stupid.
I remember like he only had like
All right, cool.
what?
Let's go. We're done. All right, thanks
He
everyone.
had
No.
10K followers. He had 10K followers. Now he has a bunch, and it's dope, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's
dope to
just,
see you
shit
grow.
like that just happens in life. So you just
We're all
fucking
proud
go
of you,
with
man.
it.
You
All right, well, thanks for having me on. I love
you know what?
doing the
Hold on.
show.
Before we leave,
Huh.
bro, you made it,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Oh,
You made it, dude. You
Oh.
did this.
Why do you have to
On
do
my
this?
You did this.
yo,
Why?
really quick, anybody that's watching,
let's
Jesus
go.
Christ.
this fucking loser
I
right
love
here, Jacob
Jacob, bro.
Ania, who works so fucking hard. He works really hard. I
Thank
love
you,
does.
bro.
him.
Appreciate it.
He's a great guy. He works really fucking hard. One of the goats behind Alex. 10 or
Yeah, come on.
10
Very
or 20
close.
levels
Come on.
below Alex.
Come
but-
on.
No, but I was I was sleeping in my bed one night. It's like 4 a.m. in Miami.
Gotta tell the story.
And he has fucking 4 or 5 of his boys like come over.
It was only 2 of my homies.
Okay,
my
whatever.
main
Sounded like a
homies, day
fucking
ones.
like frat party at the crib with all guys.
Nate and Silby.
They're
Nate
on
and
the
Sylvie.
balcony and there's this guy pounding his chest, being like, "Yo, you got here, bro."
Which one was pounding?
Like,
though?
you
Hold
made
on.
it,
Which
bro.
one was pounding his?
You fucking made it. And I
Which
wake
one?
up at 4
Was it
a.m.
the
and I'm
taller
like,
one?
It was
"Yo."
Nate.
Okay, it was a tall.
I wake up at 4 a.m. and I'm like, "What
Okay,
the fuck is
can we-
going on?"
can we at least-
Wait,
no
I
context.
want to finish.
We're all
Let him finish.
drunk
Let him
as
finish.
fuck.
Hold on.
No,
let
it's
him finish.
4 a.m. and I fucking wake up and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so tired. And I just hear, yo, you fucking made it, bro. Like you fucking made it. You got here yourself. You fucking did this. You fucking did this. And I'm like starting to laugh and I'm like, yo, this is so fucking pathetic. It's like happening on the balcony right outside my bedroom. Jacob's getting his like boys from day one pep
Bro
talk.
moment.
So
Yeah.
fucking lame. And I'm like, I'm not being a hater, but it's like
This is
it's
how he
fucking
tells the
4
story
a.m. I'm
every
trying to go to
single time.
bed. Like I'm fucking sleeping, and it's yo, bro. Like you're the fucking man. You did this, Jacob. Like you're that boy. And not to mention, this was like 2 months in.
Yeah.
It was not 2 months in.
Oh,
it was
bro, it
not
was like
2
2 or
months
3
in.
months in, and I'm just like, I'm like, yo, Brad, this kid hasn't made shit yet. No, I'm kidding. But he hasn't made shit. No, I'm just kidding. But it was funny. It was like, yo, that like 6 of your boys like pump up talk bullshit.
Like
that
from a
Jacob had.
movie.
From a movie, but
Yeah.
you've come a long way since then.
I
So
appreciate
good
it.
for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right,
Steiny
thanks for-
dogs me all the time, but it's fine. 'cause,
No,
like, in a
Jacob
few
works
years-
really fucking hard, bro. I
In a
will
few
stand by
years-
that, and I consider him a good friend of mine because I don't want him to kill me, but because I also like him. So,
Why do
love
you?
you.
Dude, get the fuck.
But
out
yo,
of
also,
here.
are we good? Because I gotta take a piss.
Yeah, we're good.
Yo,
We're
I
outta
love
here.
Raw Talk.
Jesus
Thank you,
Christ.
everybody that's showed me love. Appreciate everybody. Real. Thank you for. I see all the DMs. A lot of people support me, and it's really surreal to have that support. So I
Fuck
appreciate
yeah.
all you.
Yeah, hell yeah. And subscribe to the channel. Turn the post notifications on YouTube if you have not already. If you're not subscribed, fucking subscribe. And if you guys want to listen on Spotify or iTunes, you can do so as well. Drop a nice review. Appreciate all the love, man. We're out of here. Thank you, guys. That was a banger. Let's go.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
love all out.
All right, we're out of here. Subscribe to the fucking channel every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Sometimes we pop a little Thursday at 11 a.m. and then we'll see what happens. But you got to subscribe to know. Spotify, iTunes, available everywhere. I love you guys. Thank you.